I'm untouchable, still crushing opponents. The way I got to this level, I better fuck with you don't. See me gripping the mic like a python. Everything that I write's on. Check my last record, see the bite marks. Your life's lost if you met these cats. I got the Dorky with me to show you how MCs rap. Before we kill a verse for you, baby, let me rap. In the battle, you wouldn't want me like a deadbeat dad. When dirt murking any track is spitting absurd verses. The worst version, you better watch your back like a third person. My verse serving kung fu. I'm the king when I die, better bring the ruler back like a nun school. I'm Sun Tzu, the game's marriage affiliate. Scary familiar with guns and war paraphernalia. Dare me to kill you. I'll put a knife in your cerebral cortex and let the shots ring out twice. They ain't divorced yet. I'm untouchable, untouchable. I'm untouchable, untouchable.
Let's go.
I'm untouchable,
nonsense.
I'm
Yo,
untouchable,
check, yo, hey yo, I'm untouchable, like something that's out of reach. When I'm in a palm, bro, I confuse the shit out of leech. Yo, if I was James, I would've ate the shit out the beach. Made a house, set it up so I can live on the beach, watching Cheech Chong. Yo, with each song, I will feast on all these beats raw. Dirty B, he will teach y'all. I'm a beast, also on the keys. I don't eat dog, y'all are weak. Half of y'all are thieves, still in each bar. These rappers like don't even do stuff. Look, all these stories are fabricated like a Goosebumps book. You can't touch me like MC Hammer on a school bus roof. Type of ghost that I even have the fucking Ku Klux shook. I'm picturing it like this a movie. Cause if you even try to touch me, that shit's on you if you ever get the cooties. We on the opposite sides up in the big jacuzzi. That fentanyl got you getting woozy, so don't touch.
I'm untouchable, untouchable. I'm untouchable, untouchable. I'm untouchable, untouchable. I'm untouchable, untouchable.
I'm on the run, killing these clowns for fun. You better run, homie, you're done. I'm on the move, can't fuck with my groove. Can't walk this way, can't fit in my shoes. Nah, I'm killing your mood. What? I'm killing your mood. I'm on the run, killing these clowns for fun. You better run, homie, you're done. I'm on the move, can't fuck with my groove. Can't walk this way, can't fit in my shoes. Nah, I'm killing your mood. I'm killing your mood. Killed a rapper last week on his own beat, acting like he won't beef. Nigga turned snitch, then he called the police. What? Run the streets, he was an undercover. Better duck for cover, stupid motherfucker. Not playing games. When I circle back, I splat your brains, I'm insane. You lucky the pigs are on me, man. Driving in the Mercedes Benz. No time to make amends. Smoking cops like fake pens. Fuck doing time in the state pen. Ain't going out like that. Ain't going out like that. Better turn into an ice pack and fight back, then shed off like a wildcat. I'm on the run, killing these clowns for fun. You better run, homie, you're done. I'm on the move, can't fuck with my groove. Can't walk this way, can't fit in my shoes. Nah, I'm killing your mood. What? I'm killing your mood. I'm on the run, killing these clowns for fun. You better run, homie, you're done. I'm on the move, can't fuck with my groove. Can't walk this way, can't fit in my shoes. Nah, I'm killing your mood. I'm killing your mood.
Yo, see we on the run from the cops and shit. I'm in the middle with a zombie apocalypse. See, Mike sense, nonsense, polar opposites. I'm about to go and get the thing and the rock and shit. Or we can stand over cliffs throwing rocks at kids who taking mushrooms, listening to rock and shit. Or we can go through a whole nother continent on a UFO, go to Compton. Just kidding, I think we all know what I'm awesome at. So sit down, grab a chair, let me draw some raps. I exist in the place isn't on the map. We like Keenan and Kel, man, we all of that. You all a whack, we likes when I'm on the track. Get back because you might catch a heart attack. I get the front, but y'all should be farther back. I got the water gun mic where the target's at.
I'm on the run, killing these clowns for fun. You better run, homie, you're done. I'm on the move, can't fuck with my groove. Can't walk this way, can't fit in my shoes. Nah, I'm killing your mood. What? I'm killing your mood.
Hey yo, sometimes I think I'm in it for the pleasure. Sometimes I think I'm in it for the pain. Sometimes I wanna try to do better than every rapper out without a brain. I've never been in this shit for the cheddar, for the love, the fortune, or for the fame. You might never catch me with a Beretta. Yo, unless it's up in a video game, I'm just saying. Check it, I've been doing it since the rappers heal every time I smoke, man. Red man, yeah, I like rappers who would joke, man. I ain't had the Dork Squad yet, nope, no clan, no plans, no fans, many pots, no pans, just me beating on the table with both hands, trying to make beats like this in a program. Though I didn't make this beat, but I sure can. Things are freaking COVID now, everybody's broke, man. Toilet paper's gone, everybody using soap, man. I've been a freaking dork way before I had a show, man. And my rap's cold like I'm Frosty the Snowman. But hey, yo, sometimes I think I'm in it for the pleasure. Sometimes I think I'm in it for the pain. Sometimes I wanna try to do better than every rapper out without a brain. I've never been in this shit for the cheddar, for the love, the fortune, or for the fame. You might never catch me with a Beretta, unless it's up in a video game, I'm just saying.
Hip hop, 2 words, every day new verse, broken down pronouns, adjectives, root verbs, sentences and predicates. Every track I do learn. Back in the day, acting out like Ferris Bueller, skipping class, giving dabs, sitting back and listening. The cipher with my homies was my hip hop christening. Tick-tock minutes with the hours, days with the weeks, then the years flew by. Time to grab the mic and see if I can indeed fulfill my destiny, achieve. I was already focused, now to make the world believe. Fall asleep with the dream, wake up with a purpose. This an easy purchase and I promise that it's worth it. Clean like detergent, hotter than a furnace. I'm burning microphones and dropping bombs like bird shit. Pure from the heart, please try to observe this. Lights on, take a seat and open up the curtains.
Hey, yo, sometimes I think I'm in it for the pleasure. Sometimes I think I'm in it for the pain. Sometimes I wanna try to do better than every rapper out without a brain. I've never been in this shit for the cheddar, for the love, the fortune, or for the fame. You might never catch me with a Beretta, unless it's up in the video.
Everybody, what's freaking good? Welcome to ThatDorkyReviewShow. We're about to start the live right about freaking now as we get freaking started. Make sure you like and share the stream, subscribe, and follow wherever you follow. Whatever that.
Autobots, means. Share the stream.
Dangerous like I'm a mad gorilla. I am sicker than a salmonella. Filled sandwich dinner, homie. I will kill a beat a man. I'm iller than a caterpillar. Chilling, having cigarettes while I dish in a wonderland. I'm realer than a kid within a.
All right, man. Welcome to the stream. If you are here for the first time, pretty much we're a live music reaction and review show for independent artists, producers, and bands across the globe. We play y'all music, right? All you gotta do is make sure that you guys send it in to the right place so we can, you know, get you guys heard and do live reactions on the show. All genres are always accepted, so don't be shy. Feel free to, you know, show what you got, whether it's R&B, rap, reggaeton, EDM, dubstep, country. We play it all, so just make sure that you represent for your respective genres. If you don't hear, you know, your genre, essentially, you know, what you are more comfortable with and making, and you don't hear that enough, then, you know, you gotta be the one to send it in and expose people to that music, right? We try to rate everything on a 1 to 10 scale. All feedback is welcome, and other than that, just get yourselves in. It's free to submit. If you do not want to wait, you can skip that line. Whether you are using Cash App, PayPal, Super Chat, and then on the TikTok side, we take galaxies in terms of that. Or you can do it directly via the Narrow as well, as I believe there are different payment options there or whatnot, but yeah, I know what it is, man. Is there anything else that I usually say that I didn't say? Did I do my AKAs and stuff like that? Y'all already know what it is. Welcome to the stream. Y'all already know. I'm your host, Nonsense, aka Door Genius, aka Chris. I don't know. I felt like I already did that, but you know, I have a lot of names. You know, I'm an artist slash producer slash engineer and producer. I think I already said I'm just all over the place. Thanks, what's good? Sweatsuit, what's freaking popping? Be ill. What's freaking popping, man? It's a fork genius. You know what I'm saying in the chat. Be ill. Yeah, look, listen. We here. We're gonna go ahead and get things started right about now. Hold on. Let me make sure that I start the session. I don't know why I didn't do that. All right. Should be able to pull things up now. All right. Caleb. Oh wait, hold on. This one, open the stream. Let me see. All right, Caleb Colossus. And this is TV Dad, and you have the video. So let's go ahead and plop this in. Hold on, let me put the Caleb Colossus TV Dad. All right, let's go.
Yo, check, non-change with the face palm. Vince Vaughn's been in space lost with his face gone. Still a race cause and a faint yawn. It's his space balls. Stay chill or remain calm. Take pills every day. Nah, I don't take pills. I just smoke.
He's done waiting, cause buffering.
Dad, I want to be like you someday. How can I be like you?
First things first, get the bag, that's imperative. Go and start a fam, raise kids, write your narrative. Have so much dough, they can live off your inheritance. Move them somewhere random like Virginia or Maryland. Guess I ain't there yet, nigga shit embarrassing. I just bagged the John, then cracked her in the Sheridan. Caught another body, aw damn, Marvin Harrison. Nigga been outside so much he need clarity. I don't even wanna be here, and my heart hurts. And now I fall victim to comparison. So-and-so just kinda not so American. I'm on thin ice, life made me Nancy Kerrigan. I can admit, I could be a little bit jealous. Maybe I should be more overzealous. Maybe I should try to patch it up with my old girl. Maybe I should stop getting drinks with the fellas. Cause now I'm just going out, so sad. No home, here no mad.
What is this aspect ratio that puts the black bars on the side?
TV Dad, I'm going out, so sad. No home, here no mad. What a life.
I don't know if I like that aspect.
American.
Everything is gonna work out super great.
The high school sweetheart route could have been cute. Watching all the kids grow up from the front stoop. Soccer practice packing the van with my little troop. Now I start to question whether or not it come true. I'm fighting the pain, spiritual kung fu. Like Joni Mitchell, I only see blue. Shorties be fiending, begging to come through. I gotta dub it cause you been run through. I think I don't wanna link. I've been on the edge, I've been on the brink. Chasing dreams in a light that are not in sync. No gender reveals, baby blue or pink. And I be feeling I'm behind on life. 29 in my apartment, no children or wife. But there's a part of myself I still need to explore. Back on a world tour, rest the power to fight. Now nigga, going out, so sad. No home, here no mad. What a life I could have had. American TV Dad, I'm going out, so sad. No home, here no mad. What a life I could have had. American TV Dad.
A lot of y'all allow me, listen dog, y'all ain't gotta be a Cosby, but a lot of freaking y'all are freaking talk about all the things that you all be freaking. There's a lot of times where we even had saw Ozzy be your dad and we don't even know. Now listen, what y'all think about that? 1 to 10, enough feedback is welcome. We get a video, we get the record.
Mommy, when is Daddy coming home?
Bruh. What? Damn. She was like, I don't know, or what? What was happening? you gonna stop and go when you know the record in the video is freaking way colder than a popsicle? Golly, man, that's a long intro, outro for the thing or whatnot. We have 3 minutes and 51 seconds, of course, for, I guess, the full video, whatnot. Song probably starts off, obviously, a little bit before that. But it's still within that 3-minute sector. I appreciate you having a full song within that. I always feel like, look, if a song, if you have something to say and you have substance and you're having fun with the record, like make it, you know, full song length and give people at least that 3 minutes. It'll always feel like we're getting something worth it because we're getting a true piece of you. We're seeing your ability to get us through a record without making us bored or wondering like when the song is gonna end. Like if you're overstaying your welcome, we're always going to let you know. But I always feel like that only happens if an artist is boring, repetitive, or not saying anything. And then you did a good job making sure that you got in here and did a music video for it. And like, look, I always want to remind you guys that we have many different records, production, and videos that come to the show, right? The new layer of that these days is like some people will utilize AI in one of those places. We always try to discourage you guys from doing that just because it's a whole different feeling. Like somebody would try to come up with a video just like that with their own elements, but it'll be completely AI. And the feeling, the difference and what we feel as the viewer are two completely different things. When we know that the artist is real and they're in the video, we see the work. We go, they got up, got out, had a plan in order to, you know, get the video off, or, you know, there was a wardrobe, and you know what I'm saying? Like when you get the right shots, you have a videographer knows what they're doing as well, and you sort of like do the job. We look at that as a true work ethic, and when we hear or see AI, it always feels more like a cheap alternative where like we can tell you saved money doing the thing, and it comes at a cost because in our minds we're always going to know you were not in that location, you did not have that outfit, that person right there that's around your arm, they don't even know you don't know them. You know what I mean? Like it's almost worse than when we would have real music videos with real artists, but they had fake chains and fake cars and then all that. But like we would rather have that at this point, versus to see artists go in and then like really try to cut corners at every stage. Like we want you to like utilize, if anything, there's a way to do both while still maintaining integrity and respect within it, right? So you do certain things completely real, live, you go to real locations, and then if there's a moment where like you want to jump from that location that you're in into the sky like a superhero, and you use AI to do that like it was CGI, like I don't think people have a problem with that, as long as now all of a sudden the rest of the video isn't, you know, AI, unless there's a reason for it. Like you jump in the water and then from that moment you're seeing all kinds of stuff underwater, and then so you need the aspect. Like we get certain things, but if it feels like you absolutely did nothing, people don't really get to know you, they don't get to connect with you in that way. And I mean, I get it, you guys put some small level of work into some of those things in some way. Like your ideas are potentially all over that. You probably have to redo and reprompt things over and over again until you get things fully right. Then you finally have something that you're comfortable with showing people. And then for you feel like you've done something, that what we're seeing, it's still your idea, like you doing this and that, but we still see all the corners you cut. Like instead of getting an animator in an animated situation, right, using AI, it doesn't, allow us to be impressed by the animation, because when we are impressed, we think both it looks cool and damn, like somebody actually did that thing, like they drew it and like we love that. So big freaking salute, TGIF, man, what up? And let's see what we are. But yeah, big freaking salutes. Proper video, great quality. Hold on. Let me go ahead and subscribe. Comment. Let's see. Alright. And then we shall continue. We got Skip Whitman. With Rip to My Beeper. No, RIP to My Beeper. Why? Rip to My Beeper. It makes it sound like a reggaeton. No, a reggae record and something like that. And this one is on Bandcamp. Let's see what's up.
RIP to my beeper, all I see is my future. My smartphone is dumb as hell, making people stupider. I used to take the LP to live in the shoebox and pray to make it till acting got me back in new spots. RIP to Tupac, seen his face on a t-shirt, worn by a teen born way after he was deceased, but seemed sure she saw him at Coachella. Ain't nothing I could tell her. We all rebel, yelling, we rebels by what you sell us. Ain't nothing you could tell us. RIP to the music. These 808s one day will turn back into live instruments. And now for intermission and sec a soul for moguls who go to bed at 2 a.m. and get up before. Don't believe the hype. Stories are fabricated, pattern made as if the scene of these players are magic, ain't it? Crazy that magic made it. Baby, these tickets are free, but my new album ain't. If you got a problem, it's something we could explore. Want a masterpiece for free, but shell out cheese for fake fours. It made me wanna yell out. RIP to sellouts, peace to my caller ID, looking the hell out. I see you later, Levi's. It's broken in, but no goodbyes, because I cut you when I'm broke again. Bugging out, bugging out, bugging out. You bugging, you bugging out, bugging out, bugging out. You bugging, you bugging out, bugging out, bugging out. You bugging, you bugging out, bugging out, bugging out. RIP to my sneakers, I just got them for kicks, and sold my souls when I needed dough to cover the rents. Wish I could keep them all. I've been fiending for malls, liquidated my Neiman, had to get my Lehman on, and I'd rather you see my balance sheet. I don't believe it's wrong. I wrote off some mistakes, charge it up to Bill Gates. Rest in peace to my peace of mind from the beating it takes. And I've been meaning to meditate and try to do yoga more. Instead I'm sleeping less and drinking soda, Lord. Give me the will to focus. The show is bigger than Opus. It's gonna be either my opus or sit and recycle folders. Resting in comatoses. Rest in peace to my conscience. Act like we ain't competing, but we aware it's a contest. I know I don't gotta be honest to sell, but honestly, well, I guess that's what separates us like convicts and cells. I sold a couple copies, not enough to be cocky. RIP to my confidence, I've been channeling Rockies. I catch you later, new fives. I had defense, but no goodbyes, cause I see you when I got dough again. Bugging out, you bugging, you bugging out, bugging out, bugging out, you bugging, you bugging out, bugging out, bugging out, you bugging, you bugging out, bugging out, bugging out, you bugging, you bugging out, bugging out, bugging out, you bugging, you bugging out, bugging out, bugging out, you bugging, you bugging out, bugging out, bugging out, you bugging, you bugging.
You bugging out, you bugging out, you bugging out. All right, what do you guys think about that? 1 to 10, enough to the welcome. RIP to my beeper, Skip Whitman. Love the name, of course. And look, man, I'm always gonna be someone that is in love with the culture, and so that classic hip hop, certain samples that are like very, either soul centric or jazzy, lo-fi. You know what I'm saying? When you get those right things with a good, bass line, or if it's something with like a saxophone or a certain kind of guitar or something like that. Like when you get the right elements together, and then you get that good, the drums that just match up, I think it really does allow us to feel the musicality of the record. You can just play that by itself, and You know, people automatically just kind of hashtag hip hop, right? It's something that just feels like it's of and for the culture. And it's something that you literally have to really be able to rap on, because it doesn't have the typical like amount of bars when it comes to the count, right? Where there's normally like a certain part where you'd have exactly 8 bars and 16 and stuff like that. Like it the beat itself, and if we're talking about like loop points, it resets like about, give or take, like two bars or so, like before where we would expect it to, right? So every time it does that, you do have to make sure that you adjust and sort of realign yourself like where you are on the beat. You can't just literally take anything that you've written for a whole nother song and then throw it to a beat like that, because of the nature of what's happening with that, right? And again, I like those because it is a little bit of a challenge, and shows those who are willing to work to try to make sure that they fit something within there. You can tell you're, you know, a lyricist, and you have that appreciation for the culture as well. And I know this is from an album and stuff like that, so you know, keep doing your thing, man, and you know, we'll show that dish support, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely want to hear more, and see what else is on the project and stuff. What do you guys think of your thoughts as we proceed? And you said could use a chorus. I believe it did have one. You know what I'm saying? It's the RP to my beeper. You know what I mean? And then you had a 4 on that one. Not bad, not bad. Let's see right now. All right, let's see. What do we got? Shank? No, this is Stitch Early. Let's see. Can we wait? Can I click on that? Let's see what it does. All right. So you guys are able to put links in the description. You're able to put links in the description, like, listen, dog, I think I need a prescription, whatever. What do we have? Stitch Early with Granted I Knew. Yeah, your face.
Perform, was I trying to be like a rapper, artist, or anything like that? So Pete, I moved to Japan in '96, and I met this dude Tiger. He was sick, so I would be over their crib all the time. Like, he even wrote my first rhyme, and so I would be at their crib a lot. And then I met this dude. His name was Sir Walter Scott, and he was the one that kind of taught me that music was an art. So by the time I moved to Maryland, and I met Mark, and we would just mesh crazy, and that's when it would start.
So I remember phone calls, talking to my cousin Tab, working on my pen skill, unwrapping my gift of gab. He put battery in bag, told me, yeah, you got it, cuz. Didn't see it then, but now I'm seeing what he thought it was. Urban Zoo and Scoop Bay, Silver Foreign Hoop Day. Discovered in Discovery that I was on my loop bay. Fiasco with the screw face. Yo, you be wildin', so confidence on how they boosted it, and they ain't even know. Champ started making beats, double CD, DVD. I was still at MAS, we were sharing EBT, social studies, BBC. AJ had the MP3, selling kicks while I was spitting. They ain't even know it's me. So the seed planted, watered, increasing. Can I alter my thesis? Landed awkward, indecent, handed Palmer releases. Candid talking in speeches, planned it off of kinesis. The journey is succession, I live it, you peep the sequence, it goes.
Started with $1 no dream when they saw something that I hadn't seen. Granted, I know if I kept
the producer was in the studio
with him to the cream of the crop. Granted, I know. Make sure my pen level coats with my quotes only mention me with goats. Granted, I know. I know. I know. Granted,
Daniel signed it, Miyagi out it, took and applied it. Then somebody decided, took me aside, and she prophesied it that if I delighted in the most high, my desire was blinded. Shine a light on bonnet, ink me a sonic, synced it with silence back when Antoine, he really ain't see the
dream till he came to All Rise. Bro, now I see what you mean. Joe was on the backdrop, had me 3D with the scene. Walking out the skyline, 2BT up witnessing. Calling from the playlist, met him on a NOLA night. Shook his hand and took his math. He decided to roll the dice. That was a great compromise. He like, hit a building, fam. Blew my Black Thought, sold out show. I'm rocking with a band. DJ me signed to ya. Damn, Marcus -9. We linked up like Pangea. Felt that it was by design. Started from the basement. Looking back on how we grew. Lot of insight got us here. Granted, I knew. Started with $1, no dream. When they saw something that I hadn't seen. Granted, I knew. If I kept lifting no spot, I could rise to the cream of the crop. Granted, I knew. Make sure my pen level coats. With my quotes only mention me with goats. Granted, I knew.
Granted, I knew, like, if I freaking can't get off of, like, this planet, I'm screwed. I also don't know what the heck I would do if I freaking was even freaking whatever, man. I had a freaking dope thing my mind was trying to do, but then my mouth just wouldn't let it out. The freak, bro. I would sit down and write to that, though. I like this. That is the kind of beat that I would absolutely love to hop on, and you know, I always said that we need, like, with each artist, we have to find whatever our type beat is. Like, for us, not other artists. If you rap on a Drake type beat, then you're more likely gonna get influenced by Drake. But like, what is your type beat? The things that bring the best out of you, and that if producers are gonna make something that more or less you like a very specific area that you go in and identifies with you as an artist. That's the goal, right? And this one felt like artist and producer were in the studio together, right? Now, obviously, there could be situations where the artist is the producer. And so when you are the producer, you have the freedom to sort of finesse the record yourself. Like, as you're working on it, like, you can go in and redo the drums after you've done the verses and stuff like that. And if you're working with another producer, same thing. Like, this is why it's good that you get a real collab where the producer knows that they're on the song with you, essentially, right? And then they, even if they don't have like a voice, if they're not doing the Pharrell and kind of Timberland thing and putting their voice on the song too, Swiss Beats would do that as well, then their artistry is within the beat itself and making sure to have elements that mesh well, and then the artist has to do their best to make sure that they sound consistent and like they're made for that beat. So when you both work together to make that happen, again, if you guys are not trying to send your records to the producers to, you know, see what else they would add to it, it's always fun, because when you do that, it gives you the opportunity to hear your record again fresh and new, and, you know what I mean, a little bit different. There's a certain amount of time that we've all been listening to whatever the thing is that we made, like, a good amount of times, because we're doing it over and over. We're trying to make sure we you know, memorize certain aspects or certain things like that. So when you allow other people to take a little bit of the helm and then, you know, come back to you with it after they've added a little bit of things, you can see your record fresh again. And if there's anything you would have been tired by, you know, that's sort of eradicated a little bit. But yeah, good job with this. You also had a chorus within there. You gave us about 3 minutes and 23 seconds. The beat, again, I want to come back to that just because, and the kind of, it has everything, you know, moments where you could literally add live drums for the real performance, you know, live, and the kind of digital effects that sound like Space Invaders or something. Like, there's something in there that just that drives right. So I appreciate that right there. I can't comment on the thing, because there is no comment section for you, but would have said something in there or whatnot, man. And for all the platforms out there, the Spotify's, the DistroKids, the, you know, make sections like SoundCloud has it, man. I don't understand why everybody else don't. Make sections where, like, if the fans do want to comment on their favorite songs, what they liked about it, what they liked about the album, where it's a thing that people can do, right? Yes, you're probably gonna have, you know, haters every now and then if they don't like what you're doing, and then they'll have the freedom to say something. But like, no feedback is worse than, you know, just like negative feedback and everybody getting in there and whatnot. Because I remember a certain time when I went to one of like Future's albums on iTunes, right? And then like he had like thousands of comments, right? And most of them were people who were like, "This is trash. What the hell is this? Worst album." It was a lot. But then I really started thinking, like, you know what? Like, I would rather have that than nothing, because when people say nothing, it means you probably weren't even worth the time to really listen and to see what you had. And to leave your 2 cents means you struck some kind of nerve, right? Whether it was like, oh hell no, what's going on with the mix? Oh hell no, what the hell did the artist just say? Damn, like you killed that record, whatnot. You want to incite some kind of reaction from anyone that comes across it, you know, and if it garners them the ability to leave just that little bit of 2 cents, it'll let you know how you are doing, right? And so for those of you that are simply consumers and listeners, know how much it does help artists and creators when you literally say anything. But I mean, the 100s, the like fire emojis, and then that's it. Like that, it says a lot and a little bit at the same time. I think we love to have conversations. Like, I know I do. Like, I'll get into a full-on, you know, 2-paragraph freaking kind of situation, to basically see what you you know, what would respond with, you know what I'm saying, within there. So that's what's up with me. What up, Mr. Spoony Spoon? Welcome back. We got an instant skip from J-Dub. That's what's up. Hold on. Shout out to Town Mama. Hold on. Where are we at? Where are we at? Let me see. Where's the thing? Hold on, so I can check all the platforms. So I can check all the platform. Check all the platform. Check. Did you send it to our? Yeah, you did. Okay, good. You guys follow directions so I can activate it like a skip. So you send an Insta. Let me go ahead and throw this thing in. For those who do not know, what is an Insta?
Sorry, did you say you were bumping Atari? That's a game system, hey listen, are we gonna play all these games at the party while the people are drinking Bacardi? See the look on my face, I'm retarded. Man, I'm dumb and will say shit regardless. What you think I will pee on your garden? I'm a dork and I hope you ain't fucking offended. Man, I've been a rapper since I was pretending that I was a rapper, but I was just kidding. But actually, after that, man, I was spitting shit really. This isn't nonsense if it isn't silly. Man, what the dilly with chili from TLC, man, I'll clean my whole ass with a seashell. Debo don't punch her, you know that's a female.
So he said this is a song about the last dream that he had and his sleep paralysis, you know. So let's go ahead and check this one out. It's called How I Die Most Nights. Man, that sounds like a book. That sounds like a dope book, novel, and potentially a series. You might have to, you know, and an album title. You might have to take this one further than what you have it as. And this is like one of the theme songs and stuff.
I was walking down this road. I was so far and I wasn't home. Thought in my mind, maybe I could.
Wait. And then so basically, it would be about, like now I'm writing it. It would be about, again, you have a regular life that you go through, and there are, it would be like a mixture of Wizard of Oz in the hood. That's what I look at it like, right? To where when you are awake, there's this one life that you're living. You go through, hardships. You live in a bad neighborhood. You have these things that you go through, and then when you go to sleep, you're in a whole different world every freaking time, right? And you're sort of, you become a little bit of a warrior over time, because in your dreams, you're tasked with like so many different things that you do, right? So there's like and you find out that the dream world was still real. It was something that was real, and you were kind of accessing it every time you went to sleep. But then at some point, that dream world and then the reality that you live in start like converging on each other, and you gain some of the abilities that you have in the dream. You know what I'm saying? You see, like, listen, I take it's yours because you came up with the song and inspired just the idea. I'm just like, look, I want you to make something that becomes something huge, right? Do a book, do a novel, do a comic book, do a movie, you know what I'm saying, whatever, but like it's got to start somewhere. Like that would be a really dope idea or whatnot, because who's done that? Who's done like kind of Wizard of Oz in the hood but with like other elements and stuff like that, and it's not completely that, you know what I'm saying?
Rome, cold dark place.
Anyway, let me go back. Yeah, that's funny because that's the thought process, right? Yeah, there you go.
I was walking down this road. I was so far and I wasn't home. Thought in my mind, maybe I could roam. Cold dark place, bullet to my dome. Purple body, but no face. Suitcase and a mace, killed dead with no trace. Real slim takes up no space. Then erase his lace, his footsteps out of place. Can't see him, but the night feels cold. You walking in this tunnel and you alone. All of a sudden, man, bullet to your dome. You realize, yeah, your mind you can't roam. I was walking down this road. I was so far and I wasn't home. Thought in my mind, maybe I could roam. Cold dark place, bullet to my dome. It's tiptoeing right into my room. Stuck in my head, I don't know what to do. So I try to move, but I can't. It feels so real when I hear it chant. Fuck, yeah. Feel like I can't breathe when all of these demons surround me. Yeah, think I need a need. So I just sit up and I smoke this weed. Maybe it's the key, maybe I'm fine. Maybe I'm just getting way too high. I touch the sky, I ride the ride. And in my dream, I feel like I died. I was walking down this road. I was so far and I wasn't home. Thought in my mind, maybe I could roam. Cold dark place, bullet to my dome.
What the freak? Okay, what? I don't even know what just happened there. What do you guys think about that? 1 to 10. Any no feedback is welcome. So I think I wouldn't mind. I mean, it's nothing new for me, but I think I wouldn't mind, more time within there, right? To really get even more into, the story aspect, and really to help you flesh more things out. There's a true idea here. Again, I want to say that the idea is good enough to become so many things. I think you could literally make the concept a full album, translate that to a comic, translate that to like everything that I said, and everything should connect and yet be the next chapter in the thing. right? So you start off with whatever, maybe it's that you start off with the album, right? And that sort of builds on the concept, and then from that, when you get to like a novel or comic book, that sort of expands the story a bit. You have more things that happen. It continues from the comic book, hopefully to something like a TV show or film, where again, if people are following along in the specific order, everything is a natural progression. And yet, if you're starting with one of the other ones in that time, like, it should also be able to stand alone, where it's like, again, you have the history that it'll also previously on X-Men or whatever. But I like just the overall aspects of what I'm hearing or whatnot. Right now, I mean, some of the content, maybe a little bit much for certain platforms or whatnot. Anything that talks about kind of like offing yourself is I think a touchy topic for a lot of people or whatnot. But depression is something that many go through, and whether they have those moments of realization, what I'm saying, within the dreams and the nightmares that they have, it's always trying to figure out those ways to continue to go on. And I'm curious on what you would do, right? So I'm just trying to throw you a little bit of a bone, man. He said, bro, I fuck with that. Yeah, make it happen, man. Make it freaking happen. Right? Because that is something dope. And then again, think about the package that you can put together after everything is said and done. Like a box set of pretty much everything that comes with the a Blu-ray or a digital download of the show or film. You have the comic book, you have all different things. Okay, what did you do? No, this is why I don't want you to mess with the stuff, because what are you doing? No, stop. That's it. It's not even gonna work for that. Go to the sink. Go to the sink. You have to put your hands in there. Okay? Let's see what we have. But yeah, man, I mean, that can spawn a lot of different things, man. So I'm rooting for you to really make that happen. I think it would be something that he said, Dorky, if you ever quit streaming, I'm quit. Why? Don't, bruh. I need to know. Understand something. I need to know that the difference that I've made is anything, right? Have I made a difference for the artists who sent to the show? I need to know that the legacy will live on. So you gotta keep it. You gotta keep on doing what you do, man. Think about what I would think and what I would potentially say about your records, and if there's any idea that I would to come in, because when you get into that space, you can stay motivated a little bit more. And hold on, I gotta log back in up here. You can stay motivated a little bit more, and you just really want to. Hold on, let me get back in here. All right. I mean, that's the point. That's the point, though. Like, whatever you guys do, I never want artists to quit, because I hit that point myself at a certain time where I was just like, Soulja Boy, what is this? And then like every other artist that I had saw that came out at that time was just they didn't impress me. And it meant something because for so long every artist that had came out impressed me. You know what I'm saying? No matter who it was, whether it was DMX or Naughty by Nature, or freaking Tribe Called Quest, Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, like every artist that came out at a certain time, like it felt like the labels had our best interests at heart. The culture was alive. They supported it. They allowed the labels and sub-labels and things to like exist, right? We can't get it twisted. At some point, it was making them money to a point where they were supporting it because it would put money in their pockets too. And so after it felt like they just didn't care and they were letting just whoever in, and just because, you know, now it's just like, okay, so they're really after the money regardless of if the records are gonna have substance. I just wasn't inspired to get in that industry anymore. And then mumble rap eventually became a thing, right? And I said, if I come back, I'm giving people something that if they don't like all the same stuff, they have something. And I want to give myself something to listen to, because literally it's either that or going to the past and that's it. You know what I mean? But you still want to look forward to the future. That's also why I love review shows now, because you do get to look forward to the future, because a lot of you guys are that. You're either artists who have just started or artists who have been making music for a long time, still haven't got discovered, but you need that just extra push to know that there are people like me that do appreciate what you do. When I see any of you still coming at new records with substance and bars and storytelling and things like that and trying to be creative, you don't think that inspires others to want to do the same? Like, again, you know, we're in like two different industries at the same time, so really just trying to figure out where everyone lies and really creating your own path. Know that, like, don't have one very specific way that you're going, because certain people have gotten known off of either MySpace or TikTok or Facebook, Twitter, like every platform, somebody has gotten known from it, and their record really jumped through it. And it could be any one of those things with you guys. So just analyze, make sure that you guys are coming up with content as well for your records. I said this yesterday to another artist, like, pay attention to your favorite artists and look at their social media. You know what I mean? Ask yourself, what do they have that I didn't put on my platform yet? You know what I mean? Like, there's a mixture of things, from like pictures of you just doing your thing, footage of you hanging out at the studio and then making a record, and then we eventually get to hear the record. You don't ever quit without actually trying to do something first. You know, have you entered any specific contests with your music, something that you truly believe in and you go as hard as you can with when it comes to that, and on music or performances? Have you entered any of the challenges where producers will have an open verse or an artist will have one, right? Every single thing that exists out there, it could be any one of your guys' game the moment you enter it. You just need to try a lot of it, be consistent, make a little bit of a plan, and have like a schedule of like what you're basically gonna do, and sort of like take that in from time to time. All right, big figure salute. We have Sauce Heist with Apartment 614, Tidadale, Spanish, Ran, Tree Mason, Aldo. Okay, hold on. Will this bring it up?
Honesty has always been our policy. but the choir's new.
You have farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bum. That will be an honor, sir. I do not require, but I would be obliged. Let me see what we have.
My pen touched the paper, it produced poison like Michael Bivins. My shit is clicking from Detroit to Croydon. The rap cast, Detroit blast the toy at your boyfriend. You niggas queerdos. For that dough, I'm posted in the field like a scarecrow. Don't ever compare flows. Murder when I appear like Candyman with blood smeared clothes. Went hand in hand with drugs and butter stuff for their nose. Set the bar dumb high, you niggas nowhere close. Far as shit goes, I'm the GOAT. I bust the Ric Flair pose. Get jammed up like an old rusty tech with the air hose. My size 9 Nike ears pressed on your earlobe. A threat to me, you niggas don't dare pose. I rose from the dirt like rosary peas. Now every time I drop, shit is toxic. No nigga cold in the streets. So control the flow is coca when I'm over the beat. Hold a culture, blow a poser out in sneaks, nigga.
Back outside on my killer proud. South Bronx wild style, beacon profile. Don't get your cheek blown. Still re-up on a flip phone. Apples get clipped when it's brick. Left blood, sweat, and tears in the field. Shit, give me chills. Building with my comrades. Present the past. Like, why they paying sanitation if we taking out the trash? Beefing with my plug. He moving slow with the tabs. But the block love me. They know I'm good with plates and straps. Chatting cold in case the wire tap. Keep on my drabs. Free the slime duffel bags. This one for the church. Toe dough. Everything getting toe tagged. Gucci Los, that's my old swag. And for the fam, it ain't nothing to wash with cold craft. M on the back pocket, that's a Visual talk. Nigga brow ain't matching the shake like the eagle spark. Plastic cup filled with bark.
Niggas know the vibes, man. Heist life, the nice life.
My spaceship just landed from planet X. I'm planning to be the best. Don't care whoever got next. Your man didn't make no threat. Model bitches on deck. Sour feel in my chest. You cowards deserve a death. For shower come from the tech, nigga. They ain't tell you I'm with all the smoke. I got them shook like they saw a ghost. Flow drugs, overdose, comatose. Hold a toast, watch you approach. Niggas too close, dreaming, but they swear they woke. I been high before the shit was cool. Fuck the corner, I was making money in my school. Had it clicking with the students and professors too. I put my brothers before money, that's just how we move. My Spanish bitch blow dick like a harmonica. They know my name from Orchard to Santa Monica. Don't trust nobody cause niggas will get to plotting on you. He ain't your bro if he ain't riding for you, nigga.
Drug blocks, smiling all of my mug shots. Was pitching keys, stop rhyming, I still ain't miss a beat. I play the chef, exhibit C like I'm J-Elect. But that C is for cocaine. I pay the refs, fix the game. New crib under my bitch's name. 3 bed, 3 bathrooms, this different change. Balconies, groupie bitches, I know they out for me. Drunk talking shit when they see me, I'm like a walking brick. Order shit off the menu, whatever on my tab. More crab, free Cabernet, cause we know the staff. Had your chances, you pussy niggas ain't man enough. Me and my brother was Eli Payton, we manning up. Lot of bitches, ski sloping my Colorado bitches. Play Aspen and Matsuhisa with model bitches. Horn Florida Maya with the tech. Strip Lomo 10 super for the set. Poke dope, nigga.
You know you backing it. A lot of times I freaking get a package and I'm packing it into the freaking thing that I don't know where the hell it's gonna freaking go, but I put it in front and I put it in back because it's way too big. Straight bars. Got some songs of the culture today, you know what I'm saying, which I like. You know, you got in there, each artist did their thing and, you know, sort of reminded us of, honestly, I felt like different elements, different eras of artists or whatnot, right? Some of you guys might have reminded me of like Fab or, you know, Griselda and, you know, like a mixture of a few things. That beat is definitely something that a lot of artists would, I believe, want to hop on and, you know, do our own sort of remix of, your song, and we always talk about that as well, right? Where it's one of the ways that you know that you at least did something good in the first place. If people want to get the beat and then just sort of kind of feel like they're a part of the record. Now the problem though is if you don't have like a proper chorus, something that people will remember the song by in that way, then everyone's just gonna kind of get in and just straight up rap, and that might be what it's about, right? But if you have a chorus, it's always the anchor that'll pull people in. They'll make sure that they have a theme, a concept that matches, and I think it's very authentic to what's done. But like this one is dope, and I like the title of the song, Apartment 614, right? Just makes it seem like these are the events that all happen with all these different people and shit. And you said feature sounds like clip. You see what I'm saying? Everybody has a different overall feel within that. You said this is Hell of Fire. And then damn the writing, solid 9, right? Yeah, I see that. And I think we would all love to hop on and then be a part of that right there, man. I mean, for me, I love a good piano sample. So I always feel like there's something that happens when you actually have something good to pull from. All right, let's see what we'll have. Madman. I think he spelled it wrong in the thing, but Pope Cruise with Madman, and you got a video for this. Let's see what's good. This is Pope Cruise with Madman.
Yeah. Fly shit all year, man. Mic check 1. A slight flex. I'm on your TV like High Sense. It's not a hobby, I don't got time, unless it's good time and strict diet. Strictly botanicals when you got body. House shorty got no drive but a high mileage. I'm too fly, got a cosign from the co-pilot, providing you niggas with more lines than a coke vial, so fire. I can step on it and then still buy it. Prerequisites call for heavy wits and some good rhyming. I'm the man for the job, it earned me the job title. No worry, no beef, I cut them off cold turkey for certain. A brief meeting, then we close curtains. A bleak season, keep it G, I end up refurbished, resurfaced. Like I'm David Blaine on the street lurking, T. Kirkland. Whoever raised you did a disservice. You can try, but they can't hate it when it's pitch perfect. Real urgency, I got the urge in me to rip verses. A journey east, I had to see how far the work stretched. I'm perplexed. Tried a little bro me, now it's bro the best. Pick a side, I end up as a flyer on a picket fence. A nick in time, I slide your diamond, shit get intimate. This ain't the internet. I'm really outside like I ain't got a place to kick it at.
I always want to chill and pick it back. I gotta spit a rap. Matter of fact, you got an itching hat. People also like this. In fact, it's one of those things where I don't know why he's just reviewing music, sitting back, thinking you know what every single time, but the rhyme like I be like, hey, no, don't leave. You can't just leave. Goodbye. Pope Cruise with Madman. 1 minute and 37 seconds. Once again, it's all about the goal, whatever you plan to set off. If what you're doing is just simply, let me just show people what I can do right quick, get a little bit of a thing off, and then weigh it as like, just again that short form content. It's the equivalent to doing intros, outros, and interludes, except like those things were never released usually as like a single or a video, you know what I mean? Like where historically they were just things to help fill the album up or let you know what was going on, with it. They're sort of like the gist of the theme of the project and something that gets you hyped to listen to it. But these are like a different kind of breed of song. You know, Spurt is always known to kind of go in and just do a little something as well, and I kind of get on him all the time for that, because I still want to feel like we're getting a full song, spending more time with you guys, because more time is good. We get to see more of what you're able to do. If we like you on any given beat, we're not gonna say no to hearing more of you continuing to be dope on it. Like, we want to stay in there for as long as we can. Name one movie that you liked that you wanted to end like sooner. Like, if anything, if you like what's going on, you want it to keep going. I've always felt like that, including on roller coasters, and you know what I mean? Like, you know, the times where you wanted to immediately go again, and you would be so excited if they were to say that, especially since you waited 4 to 6 hours to get on it. Like, but you know how long that would take if everybody got to go again. If everybody had to go again, like that quadruples the time that everybody got to wait for the ride. But point is, the more is always going to be better or whatnot. So I always ask you guys to provide the listener with an extended version. Where you put that version is up to you. You can do it at live performances only, giving people a reason to come see you live. You could do the extended version on specific platforms like a Bandcamp or Spotify or something like that, very specifically to get people to really, you know, get hype about another version. You can have people buy a hoodie or t-shirt or something like that if they want to really be a part of it and things like that. But it is all up to you. He's like, give me that song. Give you the song, or hold on, I put the link in the chat. I don't know if he was saying to let him be the artist on it and then like take over completely. We have DB and Be Ill with Do a Number. Ladies and gentlemen,
run for cover, do a number, so fight back. Kill your sister, mother, brother, even your wife's cat. Better bring the thunder, fumble or make your mind splat. Pull up to the stool with the crew, get your mic jacked. Run for cover, do a number, so fight back. Kill your sister, mother, brother, even your wife's cat. Better bring the thunder, fumble or make your mind splat. Pull up to the stool with the crew, get your mic jacked. I'm just saying, with the pen I'm nice. I'ma show up with the dog and I bet he bites. When the pistol get to spraying, leave your friend on ice. Cause if it's my money you playing with, I end your life. You not smoking, not fucking with ill. I cough multis, might as well be popping some pills to start dozing. Probably should be writing a will and stop posting. Pull a Mortal Kombat kill, now y'all toasty. Letters in red, said that you wanted a battle, but you were better off dead. Better go head back to the office, bitch, stop it. Acting like you ill, then you drop from a coffin. And if I let you live, then it's cause you're a hostage. Run for cover, do a number, so fight back. Kill your sister, mother, brother, even your wife's cat. Better bring the thunder, fumble or make your mind splat. Pull up to the stool with the crew, get your mic jacked. Run for cover, do a number, so fight back. Kill your sister, mother, brother, even your wife's cat. Better bring the thunder, fumble or make your mind splat. Pull up to the stool with the crew, get your mic jacked.
You can't fuck with the dogs, baby. I'm a COP the way I've been laying the law lately. I'm a G.O.D. They on the knees and they crawl to me, shooting shots like a COD. OCD, I keep it all nifty. Swing first, I'ma fight back. Fuck it, I'ma send the first punch and see how you like that. Tight like a knot, you can't untie that. I swing a hammer fist, you might land a light jab. I keep a tool in the back of my waistband, ready to slide like we back in the playpen. Want the smoke? Well, come face to face then. I move a mountain just to see you, pray for grace, man.
Run for cover, do a number, so fight back. Kill your sister, mother, brother, even your wife's cat. Better bring the thunder, fumble or make your mind splat. Pull up to the stool with the crew, get your mic jacked. Run for cover, do a number, so fight back. Kill your sister, your wife's cat, better bring the thunder. Fumble or make your mind splat. Pull up to the stew with the crew, get your mic jacked.
Pull up to the stool like I always was freaking hot, and that's why I always have to pull up to the pool, and sometimes people will learn nothing. That's why every time I gotta teach, I always gotta pull up to the school. What do y'all think about that? So big freaking salute. I remember BL sending, hold on. I remember BL sending the open verse situation like a few days ago, not yesterday. And I always love these because it really allows you to see, you know, what different people would potentially do to a record, you know, with you on it. I will say though, I gotta be honest, right? You know, when we are artists ourselves, one thing that I often say is we should never feel like we could do potentially a better job on the joint than like any of the artists on the track, right? Be ill, you always come with it. I never feel like you ever come lacking with like, you know, energy or performance, bars. You are consistent in that realm. The best artists that I've heard you work with, Dirty B. I feel like it's a great combination because you are both bar heavy and like every single line it matters in that way. And the feature on this track, he just kind of seemed more like a placeholder, you know, kind of artist or verse, you know, for now. You know, again, it doesn't make me like if I were to listen to the song again off the stream, I probably would stop it after your verse. So there's part of me that is not necessarily impressed with what he's doing. And like if I were to play it and like more on purpose, it would be just out of respect, you know, and wanting to, you know, see the song, you know, win or whatnot. But I know he could do better. I know that second verse can be better. And like if you were to tell me you put out a challenge and then he won that challenge, a part of me wouldn't believe it or something, you know. Again, no offense. I don't want it to seem like I'm trashing him. You just know it's the same thing as like, I don't know, Jay-Z on Renegade. It's like I like his verse, but I know that he could have done better. And when you compare his verse to M's, you know, it's apples and oranges essentially. And two different type of ways of attacking it, right? Jay is still a lyricist and he got in there and rapped in more of that kind of lyricist, you know, format. But I think when you think about a record that has him and Eminem on it, just mentally you want something specific, right? When every two artists end up working together, there's always something that you want that you might hear in your head before you even remotely hear the record. Who's gonna get on the thing with the whatever? If it's Kendrick and Cole, if it's Jay and Nas, if it's, you know, I'm trying to think of some other songs that like DMX, you know, might have got on from other artists or whatnot. But you know, there's a lot of dope things that happen when you get a good combination. And all I'm saying is there are artists who have a personality when they rap. You know who they are. You can tell they had fun making this song. You can tell that they put time and effort, conviction, whatever it might be, into what they say. And then there are those who sound like someone trying to be an artist, and they don't necessarily sound like if they literally just rapped it without the beat, it would probably sound or feel boring because it sounds like they're just saying the rap as opposed to rapping it, right? And it's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it, right? That's the difference between somebody believing everything that you say versus just feeling like you was the homie who got on the record. You know, more or less though, like your consistency is always what is important. I have a few records I've done with I'm not gonna name anybody. I will not name you. Shush. But I've done a few where I know the other artists could have done better, and I wasn't so much influenced to do what I do on the record because of them, and it was more of a like, well, let me do the best I can and really try my best to get in there and do something different that still allows the record to shine, if anything, right? If people get to my verse at all, they'll have a nice little surprise at the end of whatnot. You know what I mean? It's like if the candy is nasty, but then like somewhere in the candy there's an actual piece of gold that's worth something, so you go turn that in and you get some money or something. You know what I mean? Or it's a ticket to some shit. Anyways, she's talking about me. I'm not talking about you. He's talking about me. We are not talking about you. Oh, and as you were talking about when we were mentioning the short song thing. What were you saying? Farouk, let me see. He said, I feel that he does trap stuff, so I kind of pushed him to try a boom bap. But I don't know if I hear that from him. Right? Like, trap artists rap a very specific way. They have like I'm trying to turn up right now kind of vibe, right? I don't know if I got that from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like he turned it down, if anything. We do want artists in many different lanes to challenge yourselves to hop in a lot of the other ones too, right? I feel like that truly shows how dope of an artist you are if you can adapt to all of them and not lose yourself in the process, right? Like, your fans are always gonna want you to, like, they're still gonna want you to represent on whatever record that you get on if you're known for a certain thing. And if you want to have a point in the record where you switch it up in a certain way, where you kind of adapt to that thing for a second just to show people, like, you know what's up. The best of both worlds is always a good thing to do. But I always say, like, look, push any artist that you make a record with, because if you don't, you might not always feel comfortable like sending or promoting that record. If there's always, you know what I mean? Like, especially if you come after the artist, if you're like a number 4 and then like 1, 2, 3 is like, they're like kind of mad. Like, we have to start pushing each other to do the best that we can do, so that if anybody, like, you know what I've said, man, you should be able to be by yourself on the record. If we remove every verse but yours, the song should still be dope as hell. And if that's not the case, then you are often the weakest link of that situation, right? There should always be people on there with a purpose and intention. And like, just imagine, right? Whatever record you do, is if it does become something that is big and out there and people are playing it, the conversations are always going to be who had the best verse, who was lacking, you know, in any way or whatnot, or is it just a dope song because everybody, you know, got on and did a dope job and enjoyed themselves. And what'd you say? He'll get there. Yeah, I know it. I'm not opposed to re-recording stuff though, man. Cause I've had records where I know that I'm 100% gonna go back in and then re-record something. I might have recorded something when I was sick at some point, or I know I've got a better line for a certain record, and I'm like, you know what? I probably could have said this. You know, like, there are no rules. There are no rules, my friends. Except be good, maximize yourself, do something that is dope and allows whatever records that you have to really be classics. And if anybody has to go to bat for you, this is why this is an artist y'all need to check out. Check them out right now, man. Y'all need to hit, you know, if you have to go to bat for that artist, they have to give a good representation on whatever it is, right? So if it's a solo record they're doing, if it's, you know, on a feature, you are an Avenger, right? Every song is an audition to like how dope you are or whatnot. Because all you have to do is one verse. That's the point. You don't even have to do a full record. All you gotta do is at least one verse that sort of shows people like, oh man, and you have the concept already laid out for you with what the previous artist that gets you on the record has. So half the work has been done. All you got to do is come in there and set things off, show, and if the feature was paid for, right, you give your money's worth so that people feel like dope about that. Let me get back in the line. We have Dusty Baps with Rain Comes Down. Rain comes down, we fall. Down, boom, down, down. Rain or sunshine. Rain or sunshine. Everybody. Rain or... Don't do it because we're gonna get cut or something. We detected rain or sunshine on your show. No, listen. It wasn't me. We detected Shaggy on your show. No. Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing? Where's the freaking thing at? Oh, there it goes.
Dusty!
Yo.
Yeah, the rain comes down all over the sky. I don't know why I ain't getting high.
Yo, listen, little bit of a vibe. I'm just happy like a little kid on a slide. There's a lot of times when I say all the shit in my mind, people are like, okay, there's no way that they couldn't have rhymed. But a lot of ways that you can go out freaking side every day. See a lot of rays, you know what? I will got the bullish and no whoop with a while away. I just made up a whole sentence and people will know that half of y'all can be my apprentice. Who sent this? Is what like they're gonna say. And there's a lot of times you gotta get a whole robber to put his gun away and not go and we can rob the bank. And people also know that like if you don't wear deodorant at all, then you got to stink. Cause you know you sweating. Right about now it still feels like summer, so we're always getting hot. We need to make sure that we bring water, and sometimes I don't know what the hell and I'm finna bring all up. If you freaking hot, then bring small cups of water. We out here on this. Again, this is Dusty Babs with Rain Comes Down. Okay, I do like that you're changing it up in here. That's what we've been waiting for. Wanna do more, it'll be freaking cool. People be thinking that I'm too slow. People, they don't even know what the hell they finna do though. Freaking, I was a little freaking kid watching Cujo. What the hell do you do, bro? You You don't know what you're gonna even do, yo. What do y'all hear on this more? Like a rapper or a singer? All right, so it was, again, rain comes down, dusty bath, flew with a beat or whatnot. There are some elements that I do think can come down a little bit, you know, and or maybe just needs an adjustment with the EQ so that like the bass doesn't get a little bit overpowering or whatnot. I do like the elements that are there. There are times where it does feel like it gets a little bit, you know, repetitive, which is why when you do come in and you finally start switching it up a little bit more, it does get a bit more refreshing. Like those are the things that we often need, right? Basically, act as if your beat is the song. If there was no artist on it, what would you know, essentially happen? And if it was something that felt more like just a loop going on over and over, that repetition would kind of make people a little bit bored. So you always want to have, you know, every like, let me see, I don't know if I want to say 4 1, yeah, I mean, like always just say like, look, when you're making production, because some of you guys know what I'm talking about. If you're working with like Fruity Loops or Logic or certain things, you almost go by like the pattern selector, you know, aspect, right? Where there's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and I think you can go up from there, like if you know, adjust via the knob. But each one of those is a pattern within itself that plays for at least maybe give or take like 4 bars, right? And so like 1 and 2 are about 8 bars, 3 and 4, that makes it become 16. Then 5 and 6 can be the chorus, and then if you're continuing from there, which is what you should do, right? Instead of just looping everything back on itself again, you want to go to 7, 8, 9, you know what I'm saying? And then make sure that there's still a differentiation from everything that was done so far. Each time is a chance for you to go in and add a different kind of sequence when it comes to the drums or other instruments and things like that. Just always think about what you can do in certain areas, even if it's something that's very small and subtle. It'll make it worth it to go further in the beat as a listener and an artist, you know. Otherwise you're gonna feel like, all right, well, that just feels like it's gonna be a loop on to the next one. Like, we don't want to rush you, you know. You figure small and we big, so you know that we don't want to crush you. A lot of times I don't even know what we're supposed to. What do you say? New here. I'm just scrolling, supporting other music review show. That's what's up. And then trying to make sure we all get some love. To the track. That's what's up. You send it to the Narrow, right? Make sure you send to the Narrow. Get yourself in, and of course, welcome. It's an honor to have you here, and you know, shout out to the other review shows out there, man. I've been doing this thing for 6.5 years and stuff. It has been an honor just growing with every single artist that has, you know, sent to the show over time. We've met dope artists, producers, bands. We've done, you know, great interviews with a lot of them, and you know, it's one of my favorite things to still continue to do, because look at the benefit we get. We get to talk to the artists, we get to talk to the producers, those of you who are making the thing, no matter where you started from. Even if you're not big now, you could be big later. And so you never know when you come across that Andre 3 Stacks, you know, before they find Outkast and then get in that dope, you know, aspect, you know, for the industry. And like just thinking about every artist, you know what I'm saying, within there. But yeah, that's why I've always loved doing this. We have artists that 100% should take the place of some of the artists in the industry right now. Like, they do not deserve the exposure that they get. What y'all doing? You know what I mean? Like, we want artists that are willing to compete and just trying to be the dopest, and has that need and that cravings to be like original, and to know that like you yourself are the brand. If you try to be another version of Coke or Pepsi, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like it who wants to be an offshoot of something else, right? So essentially there's a lot of things that we talk about on the show. I try to treat it like a little bit of a class is in session. We have
my dog
Forever Jabron with Warmest Winters featuring, what is this, Classical the Great.
I just wanted to say, I know you're going through a lot, man. Just wanted to tell you to be patient with yourself, and
that's what's up.
You know, definitely feel your emotions on it. Don't let them consume you, and you know, I get it.
That's what's up.
We watch the warmest winters turn into the coldest summers. Flow like global warming, that shit hitting us slowly. Niggas that knew me don't know me. Niggas that know me never knew. I'm from the lost like Atlantis. Probably get me a Grammy out the stories that I never told. With my bros, have a cold for that cold. Day ones from the hills. I was right there on Cody. My mama told me don't you be scared of a nigga. Gotta be a man first, you keep your head up, my nigga. I watch niggas pick up the stick and pocket shit like pool, just to get the 8-ball and watch it drop like napalm. Hey y'all, I heard somebody say it's cold outside. The heat on the street don't sleep. The hoes outside. I'd rather tell all of my niggas that there's hope outside of the city that I'm from. Cause when it's all said and done, it's always more said than done. Usual. Tell my people I love them. That's just something that you should know. As I speak with flows, I reach with flows the niggas can't touch with a broom. We found light on the other side of the moon. All night, my niggas howl at the moon. A couple of them really gone too soon. As I give my all to you, I ain't got nothing to prove. Lord, I thank you. I know the devil mad cause he ain't true. Maybe one day you save him, cause ain't no place like home. I reminisce when we was kids before we had goals. Ain't no place like home. I reminisce when we was kids before we had goals. Ain't no place like home. I reminisce when we was kids before we had goals. Ain't no place like home. I reminisce when we was kids before we had goals.
The bucket low, fuck it though. It's Carpe Diem. This is a rookie season. Why this guy is season? I really had it taken. I feel like Liam Neeson. Tony Stark's in that cave, can't trap a thing. Grandchild of Dr. King Train, but I'm more like me. I'm really on that chase. I'm Malcolm by any means. I'm peeking out my window cause while I pray they pray. The emotional scars, y'all just assume that I'm good. Really be everywhere but just got my mind out the hood. Shorty in Calabasas praying I come back. The funny part, she only know that I rap. $250 million ideas and it's nothing to do with the bars. I do it cause I love it, you won't get you a job. I used to be on the block wildin'. Now I'm dabbing on the ferry out the block island. Wow.
Ain't no place like home. I reminisce when we was kids before we had goals.
How much things you want to have?
Ain't no place like home. I reminisce when we was kids before we had goals. Ain't no place like home. I reminisce when we was kids before we had goals. Ain't no place like home. I reminisce when we was kids before we had goals.
Yeah, yeah.
It's another kind of 2-song record or whatnot, which almost makes me want to have some kind of competition where, you know, you work with another artist on a record and, you know, that's the one y'all put in and stuff. There's something there. And I felt like I liked the contrast between both of you on this, right? It started off, it already had, you know, a good vibe and sound. There was a clarity to the vocals, which always is a good look, right? I've been coming across posts here and there where there are certain artists who have this theory that you don't need a good mix because, you know, there have been records that have there are records that have gotten, you know, a big, even without having that perfect mix, right? And while it is true that you can still get big without a good mix, you're still limited to the places that you can promote it. Because something can go literally big on TikTok and not be put on the radio at all. So you still miss out on a big chunk of the audience because either you may not have a clean record, or again, if the mix isn't radio ready, if it's not on par with something that if played in the club, you know, wouldn't get funny looks from the crowd. You know what I mean? Like you don't want that. So I think not having a decent mix will still allow people to see the potential of what you can do. But people only have a certain amount of patience for the ones that don't sound as clean, and they couldn't, nothing in you know, just done over and over again and is something that people want to continue to experience. So if your whole album is not, you know, done properly, and then you got to keep adjusting the volume and stuff, it becomes a little bit of a tedious kind of thing just to listen to, you know, what you have. And again, we'll see the potential, but we're impressed by those who invest in themselves, by those who either figure out how to do it and know how to come at it with you know, the cleanest sounds, getting the proper you know, or a decent mic. There are different mics out there. It doesn't have to be something that is $1,000 freaking $500 $600. Like, there are some that are decent that are still within an $80 $60 and $120 range that I can even, you know, vouch for, and we'll give you a quality when you're at least recording. Then you have to worry about the mix and master after that. But yeah, I like the vocals and everything's on this, and I feel like that quality does help. Shout out to the production as well. Got in there and did your thing. Super dope track. That chorus is nice. I agree.
I agree.
Okay, let me see what we have next up. Give us a moment. Give us a moment. Be our guest. Be our guest. Wait a moment really quick. Wait a moment really quick. Hold on. All right, what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? So we just did.
Cause he ain't true, maybe one day you say
that one right there. All right, let's go to the next. Cordless with Say Government Cheese. Everybody don't know what they fucking with me. Say government cheese. What government cheese? If you buy a new dog and it comes with some fleas, say government cheese. What government cheese?
All right, we're going out on our daily stroll. You got your silly string?
Check.
Got your spray paint?
Check.
Got your axe?
Check. Destroy a flock camera. Destroy a flock camera. Fuck up a flock camera. Throw a block at it. Disrupt the live feed with a Wi-Fi jammer. But when in doubt, go with the old chop and a timber. This'll make some nice kindling for winter. Destroy a flock camera. Give a spray paint makeover to that Orwellian cop scanner. Destroy a flock camera. So we can get a propaganda at the propaganda. Fuck up a flock camera. We bring in them Bart Simpson, Dennis the Menace slingshots back, bruh. What's a little rock damage to
to a flock camera or a clock for that matter. Second Amendment, goddammit. Oh my gosh, how can ya? A poor government just wants to keep high-res video of a license plate and like our faces 24/7. It's not about protection, it's about them keeping tabs on the ones they consider bad actors. And dude, I'm a failed theater student. I've been on a list since I was a college kid. I don't need to do this to be a nuisance. Plus I'm mentally unwell. Well then, I'm the reason why people read the news. And what do I got to freaking lose? Shit. Destroy a flock camera. Strategically angle several magnifying glasses around it and grab the marshmallows. Fucking us up some flock cameras. Making it unalive itself by being forced to watch the Fox channel. Look at my hands, I got 5 fingers and they're all middle. Fuck a flock camera, go on Chris Lampert and drive your Highlander right through a flock camera. Let's fuck up a flock camera, but make it speedy like my Dow's Panda. Throw a brick, throw paint cans, throw hydrogen peroxide, white vinegar and bleach mix. Get them soaking wet in the winter and throw blankets, point lasers, go ape shit. Hook an iPad up in front of it with a pre-recorded video of that location. No danger here, folks, go on your way, pigs, you just got Bugs Bunnied. Sorry, but if we have to Looney Tune our way out of a police state, then that's what's coming. That's all, Fox. Fuck off, Doc. Do we need to install shepherd cameras whenever the 1% go to get bananas at Erewhon? Never mind, they hire peasants to get them that at a minimum wage or say they're attempting no pay. Hey, it's invaluable experience buying gallons of Ben & Jerry's for the very rich. Let's all collectively decide to buy hyper-realistic rubber masks of John Malkovich and talk like Santa. Instead of going out to a field to pick a tree this year, we're finding us a flock camera. Chop till it's not taller than a Costanza. Oh man, you need to trust more. You need to love less. You need to just get a super soaker with auto brake cleaner and decide that you gotta aim near there.
Oh my gosh, my bro. Like, I don't know how to feel right now. Like, part of me wanted to hit the Dorky Don't Play That. Cause I don't know. It really felt like there were some parts where it felt like you were actually rapping. And then there were other parts where it felt like you were just saying things. And like, I think if you're gonna just say things and then expect those to be funny, go into stand-up. Because stand-up doesn't require you to do things in song form. But when you're on a song, I think everything has to feel even more like a rap, right? The other thing was, it did feel like the beat was or had elements of AI, right? I can always tell we're not dumb. Like, my brain is kind of super trained to tell when there are AI elements somewhere, right? Whether it's in the mix. I know that the vocals aren't AI. So this is what I'm saying. It's more of maybe the drums or something like that. There are certain things that AI itself does and is good at, and those things were in the production. So all we ask, all right, there's a few things that we ask when it comes to AI, and number one is that you are very transparent. Like, literally, you could have, I know that the question says, like, is there any, AI basically like involved in, the or assistance, involved in the creation of the track, right? If you would have put yes, I still would have been able to tell that the vocals were real, but like maybe the beat or something like that. And like, you can give in the description exactly what it is or isn't, or what you did or didn't do. All of that information allows us to look at the talent that you do or don't have and celebrate that. Like, everyone should want to be celebrated for being themselves, right? For literally you rapping about you for real, telling your own stories, making sure that everything that you put out is authentic and not you being somebody else, or letting, like, if too many people are writing for you and they don't know your story, if it's a situation like that, even for the people who are like a real artist and you have like nothing but writers that come in, you have to be able to learn from the songs that you are making and those writers that are coming at those records and whatnot. If you're not learning and all you're doing is performing what's there, then I think you kind of miss a little bit of the point. Don't look up 10 years later and then again you still know nothing about that thing and they take advantage of you because of that. Any of you guys who get in the music industry at all, you should be researching what ASCAP and BMI do. What are all the different methods at which you need to register your music so you can get money? And it's not just one thing. There are like at least 5 or more little like websites of money that you are literally just missing out of if you've already had music that's released, if it's been played in public. There's money that's kind of waiting for you guys out there that you guys need to check into or whatnot. That's just one aspect. And when you're going in the studio and getting recorded by other people, like you literally learn what they're doing to make things sound better so that you appreciate those things a little bit more, and then that it sparks that interest for you to want to understand it and help out in some cases, right? Oh, add this to the whatever. Like the more that you know, the more input that you can have, and people take that input seriously. And it should always be a learning process, even if you are using AI, right? Okay, so you put something in and it created a drum pattern with a guitar element or something like that. It's like, all right, now what you want to do is actually get any kind of beat maker, right? A Fruity Loops, a Logic, and then like try to recreate those drums in a slightly different way for an actual beat, and then do the same thing for a guitar. If you can get an actual guitar or a guitarist to replay and do it in a different way, like that is going to impress us a hell of a lot more than just anything that is kind of turned into AI. Like that especially goes for like live instruments and things like that, because it's not really live. If we hear like a guitar solo or something like that, it takes us out of the record if that's not a real person playing it. Because what makes it dope is that it's a real person playing it, and we're like, yo, like they're getting down, like they are an artist themselves, and we like to hear real artists. And even if like I can take it whatever direction I want, even if it's a sample, usually somebody played the guitar for real and then it was sampled by a producer and they made a beat out of it and then they passed that on to the artist, right? At the end of the day, just the fact that there was somebody real in the instrument, or that the song that is sampled was a real song, I think that's we love the different connections. And sometimes even sometimes the things that you guys sample will make us want to hear the original song. Man, I love that, man. Where does that come from? And you get the original artist, and then so it gives kind of a double promotion kind of thing or whatnot. But even that, it's like you have to do that in the right ways, but it'll bring things back, man. There's so many different ways you guys can market anything and just make a big impact out there, right? Think about the fact that Kate Bush, right, the whole song that was on Stranger Things, right, that was the biggest record of the summer and beyond, Running Up That Hill. Again, that's a record that came out back in the 80s, right? So anything can be that resurgence of you as an artist or your records, as long as you just make sure you do your best job at whatever that thing is. And then, it may take a little bit or whatnot, because I know she was popping back then, and then you know, almost to be an artist that is not always mentioned and would for some be forgotten, or some just didn't know that she existed, to make a comeback simply by being something that is played on a show. You guys literally need to be looking in the sync license sort of area, right? How can I get my song on? Like, y'all know how many songs I've heard on Invincible? If y'all know, like, Invincible is like an animated superhero based cartoon, but it's very graphic. It's bloody. You know, they kind of come at it. It's like a little bit more tame than The Boys, but it's a really good show, right? And the original comic was made by Robert Kirkman, who did the Walking Dead comic and novel and stuff, right? And then eventually went on to do the show and vice versa. But so on that show, there are several times where I hear, like, you know, needle drops with records, and they aren't known artists. It's not like freaking Drake and Migos and Jay-Z. It's not them. It's artists I have no idea who they are, and I'm like always thinking, like, damn, that could have been somebody from the community, somebody who sends to the show, who has a dope record, and I'm always telling them about this kind of stuff. And it really does make me want to figure out who is the music supervisor when it comes to that show, to see if it's possible to, you know, help get you guys, you know, within there. Last thing that I want to say about that last song is just like, look, man, there's part of me that wants to show you a lot of love because you're cut from my cloth. Like, I can tell you like being animated and silly when you get in there and as an artist, and when you match that with hip hop, you have to do it in a way where it doesn't come off as corny, right? Because corny to a lot of people today, they just kind of replace the word. It's a little bit more cringe, and it makes you not think that the part is as dope as it is. You see the comedic value in something, but then to an extent, if you're not laughing out loud at it, then is it not funny enough? Is the delivery not funny enough? What is the problem in certain areas, you know, like that? More or less, we do want artists to get in there and have fun and do their thing, and I feel like you were successful at that, but I wanted you to come at it in a different way, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't describe it, but I can just tell like what other people are going to feel when they hear certain elements. And you know, we can always do it better. What did I say? What did I say? Especially if we're on songs with each other. If we're on songs with each other, we have to come with it. Otherwise, one of our verses kind of are the weakest link, and it almost pulls the record under. It's like that person that only one person apparently can be on that door without it sinking, right? Titanic. But we gotta like, no, like we gotta figure out a way to make that the opposite thing, where like all artists involved on a record, they get on and they do their best job, to where if they were the only person on the track, you know, what is really gonna happen? What'd you say? You said even just down tempo it and stuff like that. Damn, you was like, Dorky, don't play that, man. You had some requests for that right there. You said I'm trying to get jiggy. What'd you say? You said this would have been huge in the 2000s horrorcore scene, for sure. But today, it just sounds way too much like straight AI, especially the way it's being so detailed is a dead giveaway. but I could be wrong. Was that before I was talking about the AI aspect or after? Right. Well, okay, just to get back into that conversation again, I know. But like, just know that AI should simply be a placeholder. That's it. AI should be a placeholder or inspiration. You know what I'm saying? I am not against you using it for ideas, but I am against you copying that idea or letting the idea be the song and then that's it, and then you try to release that. Like, I think those of us who have for years, like, we've been able to make music from scratch, you know what I'm saying? Creating the beat completely ourselves. This is not just even taking a already made sequence from Splice and dragging and dropping. This is like from scratch. Like, all right, what do I want to do with the drums? And then, you know what I'm saying, whether you're working with the MPC or you're placing them in, you know, a place where you want, just being able to do that pattern, picking the drums individually that you want in there, then messing around with the different synths and plugins and seeing what you want to do. If anything sounds good, you just kind of mess around and create from that, like that feeling, and then being able to jump from that right into making a song to it. If there's any ideas that you have, kind of pulling it from there, building a full song, and then being the artist, I think is always the most powerful, because when people hear you, they get to be impressed with you know, what you have you know, done. But anytime we hear AI, we feel like, again, there's just somebody cutting corners. There's no way to get around that, because it's kind of true. If you don't do the drums, if you don't do the melody, if you don't think of the structure of any of the records, if you don't think about all the lyrics, if you don't do something, you let it do it for you, and we can't get impressed with that specific part. There's just, like, we kind of want to focus on everything else that you did do, and then, like I said, we will congratulate that. We will still give you props on what you do, but if you still if you need work in the other areas, then you, like, use it as a training kind of module to help you get there, and I think you'll be fine. You said that was during the song. Okay, cool. Right, let me see what's up. Be right back. Yep. Now that I put, you said now that I put the text, no AI, no except. Oh, like, I don't want to. There are certain people that I do rock with that have used it in the right way, that I don't want to, like, alienate. Right. But you said, yeah, you said, oh yeah, no exceptions, you know what I'm saying, I'm sure you know how to get them, and you said I'm not going to accept it anymore. Damn, son. And he said that was AI, I hate that for him. Could be homage though, personal thoughts. Feel like he's trying his hardest to do what you do. Maybe. So again, I prefer, like, I want people to still be allowed to make, use, and send it, because every time you do, we still get to have these conversations, right? And I get to use it as an opportunity to at least help you understand the people that don't accept it. And I'd argue that most people don't accept it because I just haven't come across one person yet who specifically searches for AI music, like where they like the sound so much they need to hear it, and so all they do is listen to it. The most people that I hear listening to AI at all, it's the creators with their own records. And then anyone outside of that does listen to it usually doesn't realize it's AI yet. But when they do, you see how they react in the comments. Somebody will go, what? Like, oh man, like I wish this wasn't AI. It was amazing until that, you know what I mean? And I know it's not fair, but you got to understand what they're saying. They want what they hear to be real, because forever that's what it's been. When you've heard Michael Jackson, when you've heard Elvis, when you've heard Beatles, when you've heard Tupac, M, Busta, like anybody from the past, they were all like real people with real voices and real abilities, and you had chances to and opportunities to go see them live and make history and see them, you know, play and perform your favorite records. But that goes out the door with like most AI situations, because you lose this full connection to an extent. You don't know who made it at some point if the artist is not real, right? Like you guys can make and send it, but we don't really know if you made it. That's what's crazy about it. Like it can be a situation where you did, and then it can be a situation where you didn't. And we don't know how much work you did or didn't do, nor why you wrote the record. Like there's so many conversations that we have simply just because of the lack of information. I don't think it should be something that is steeped in mystery and we can't let you know our secrets. Like, no, you kind of have to, because that work that you would do to make a song, even if it takes you 100 prompts to come up with the perfect record that you want, we want to be along for that journey, because that would show that you at least have an idea in your head that is so specific that you need it to come out in that way or else. And that would still give us some kind of respect for you. But at the end of the day, if we hear that record and all there is AI in it, we're still gonna feel like, how do we know they did anything? You know what I mean? Like, we don't know. We don't know, like, if you've gone in there. We don't know if there was an original record and then you just kind of turned it into a different genre, or none of that stuff. So you know what it is. So just add that one to the queue. I like your vibe, my G. Keep it going. And what up, that what up, that what up. Yeah, what up, that what up. And you were the one who had said, I'm trying to get jiggy. La 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 la. La 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 la. What did you send, like a remix of that? Anyways, so I appreciate all creators, right? No matter what level you're at. Just try to blend a good amount of things. I think for every piece of technology that comes out, there's always going to be that other side or group of people that do one thing and they have no problem with doing it the hard way, the long way, the manual way, because that brings authenticity and talent and skill. And so when there are things that, oh, you could just press a button and then it'll do this, like, of course that's not going to impress a lot of people. You want the person that's willing to go in and think of their own melodies and kind of try to, figure out how to play it on keyboard, as opposed to the person who goes to the demo mode, presses the key, and then it just plays a record in that key, right? That person, you need to do a little bit more. All of us need to do a little bit more. That's why Splice, get it for drums. And if you're gonna get sounds from it, like synths and different sequences and stuff like that, make sure that you chop up pieces of that sequence, change the tempo, do different things with it, because there are people that are just gonna drag and drop and that's it. I made a beat. That is the same way we feel freaking towards some AI creators. Like, we don't feel like you actually made anything. You just dragged and dropped something that somebody else did. To an extent, AI, you are having some kind of input in there, but you can't really say you made the beat per se unless you meticulously pick where every drum, kick, and snare is gonna go, and you know, really building it out like that. Let me see what we got next. Like, listen, I don't know what to do, but I'm about to tell you that. All right, Spurto with It's Called Untitled Podfold. Let me see what's up. So I had a guy say he wants me to work with him. Then I found out you just seen the vocals.
I'ma pull up on a video slide with a presentation. Came in AK spraying, pressed extermination. Bitch, I'm feeling great, like a tree is greater. Why decapitated him? You can't take this traitors. I'ma think you gay, bitch. Finna keep it the lamest just terms explain it. Yeah. Damn though. Please keep your composure, like really good music. Don't wanna do shit, never line a new bitch and dying to shoot shit. Like I'm about to go hooping. I'm in a lucid dream, sort of producing. Over some new shit, 2072 hit. People are zoomed it, or the liberty shroom kick. Won't even do shit, so I'ma move quickly. Can't say that all the oppositions on the opposite position are positions just to stop and finish. Cause the clock is ticking and the taking time swiftly with the quickness, agility, my ability. Maybe would spot the difference. Like posted, I posted on the lamppost. Damn bro, I ain't gon' up close to the ammo. Damn bro, 100%. Shot him up a taxi here, need a lift. Cause we can air it out, it be not a blip. Tire lace, I'm asking why you want trips. Shit disrespectful if I see nigga live.
Don't stop it. All right, so full disclosure, Spurt, like notoriously, at least right now, like he kind of makes short records, right? He's not in a timeline where he's taking it seriously from a full song view, right? And I know many who do the short record thing, and then, you know, they just kind of, they think of it like the short form content, right? I simply educate you on the other end and reminding you that you do need something for the short form content heavy driven platforms, but you also want to lead them to a full version for some of the other ones, right? Because when we're watching like regular, you know, YouTube or something like that, we're not expecting short videos to come through that. We're like scrolling through, seeing what we want to click on, and then we hope it's a lengthy video and it's worth our time. But when we're in things like shorts or TikTok or IG, you know, we are kind of like, you know, doom scrolling a little bit, trying to see what's up. But if your record is good enough, we're sticking around. You know, there's never been a time where I've gotten bored of what the artists are doing if what they're doing is dope. It's only if you're repetitive and boring and you're not saying anything. So if you have a good energy on your record, you guys can go a little bit further, really try to think of you know, 2 to 3 verses, get a feature on there, extend it as much as you can, because the more time that your record gets played, it's ad space. It's like your song is the commercial for you as the artist. And the longer it's there, the more people know that your product exists. The product is you, your voice, how you rap on the record. They need to be familiar with you. And if you just get in and get out, it honestly, it seems like I say like the difference between a real movie and a movie trailer. You know, the trailer is only gonna, you know, come on for so much. Is just trying to give you a gist of what the whole thing is about, you know, more or less, you know, so you can come see the movie. And the problem is a lot of you guys are making the movie trailers, but you're never releasing the movie. you know, and I think that's the perfect analogy for it. But you did a dope job so far, even like where you went with the mix. So I do hope that at the very least, when and if I do put that stamp on your guys' record, right? So if I say I would love an extended version of this, put those in a folder if you can. Or put a notepad together of all the songs I mentioned that for. So when and if you're ever ready, you know which ones had that feeling. And I really feel like, you know, not everything needs to be that just short thing unless you're just not doing it. Hey, yeah, I know Spurto, yeah. So Mr. Mike Q, shower. Hey, that's what's up. Yeah. Shout out. Shout out, man. Now, what do you tell him? What do you tell him in regards to the short? Because I'll be like, what was that? It comes in, it goes out, it leaves, and then that's it. And then, you know, we're lucky if we get a chorus, you know, with what he has. But there'll be those times where I'm like, bro, how? And then I'll be like, how can you not extend that? Like, I don't ever come across a beat that I equally want to rap to, and then I also just want to make it short and not have more than one or two verses, 3. You know, I want to find a way to get in there as much as I can. And so I even try not to ruin and run out, or I guess wear out the beat. Which if you listen to it too much before you rap to it, you may kind of overexhaust the ideas that you would have had. Let me see. We got Truth and Simba from the O with Pretender. Yeah, 1 to 2 minute songs. I mean, again, I get it. Certain people are a little bit different.
You partying until the sun up. Don't hit my phone no more, last time you hung up. You ain't done, always trying to get the one up. But what I did for you don't even remember. I'm high as fuck, always posted with my members. Then I get mad sometimes, I can't control my temper. You'll be petty, trying to bring up last December. But I ain't brought up the fact that you pretender. Me and you could never make amends then. I don't wanna stay as a best friend. I don't wanna stay in the basement. No. Me and you were never even facing our fake friends. I don't wanna be fake, oh no. I don't wanna show my face, no. Hell, I don't wanna be a replacement, no. She was talking about them sticks and stones. I see her how it was made of stone. Take your time. Take your time to leave your mind. Take your time to leave your mind. You partying until the sun up. Don't hit my phone no more, last time you hung up. You ain't done, always trying to get the one up. But what I did for you don't even remember. I'm high as fuck, always posted with my members. Then I get mad sometimes, I can't control my temper. You'll be petty, trying to bring up last December. But I ain't brought up the fact that you pretender.
What I mean is though, there's a lot of time where I spit and flow, I'm lyrical. There's a lot of people freaking who know that I can't get on your record and rip it. So freaking, I know I'm freaking trying to like spit real terrific. Yo, oh no, freaking, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do in my home zone. And all of the people, they know you got no phone. And there's a lot of times I got no clones, but I don't even know what the hell I'm gonna do. But there's the times when I'm sitting down, I take up all my shoes. And every time I was a little kid, I would go watch Blue's Clues. And then a lot of times I wanna be like telling y'all that I know that I have got a freaking crew and like a whole squad. You know that I'ma tell you that I'm so gone. People know that I'm fitting for them, freaking in this damn freaking beat like we are Voltron. And I don't even know what to freaking do when I'm unlocking. I don't think I've ever done that on a song where like my energy just like ramps up. One little thing now. Ain't no reason they gotta freaking go pretend now. I gotta be able to tell you that I don't know what the hell. All right, so you got to see variation in the melodies that were done on the record, right? Again, good job, because it allows us to want to go through more of the record with you. We're always going to talk about, you know, if there's repetition like that, those are the things that really make us want the thing to be shorter of anything. But showing us what all you can do. Like for anyone who sings, it's the melodies, right? How many different melodies can you do? And then for anyone who raps, it's how many bars, how many metaphors, how many, you know, switch ups, and you know, if it's a little bit of a flow kind of thing, how many different flows can you have? You have to ask that question for at least one of the things and see where you're lacking in any area. Look at it like attributes in a video game, something of a very detailed one where they, you know, like Mass Effect, right? It would let you choose sort of certain abilities, and you could put some attributes in whether you wanted to be more agile and you could run faster, quicker. You didn't have to like build it up over time over the game, where you're like 70%, now you're running faster. There are the abilities to already start, you know, opening doors that you probably have to wait later in the game to do, or something like that. Whatever the case, right? In those games, you have that. In music, it's a little bit of the same. Putting attributes into flow, cadence, energy, and making sure that you kind of even things out so that whatever the record that you're on, you know, it feels very consistent. What do you say? My track is next. My bro Mickey is on the intro and first verse. I am the hook, and second verse I did the production as well. And hope everyone enjoys. This is from my producer album, Inevitable. Okay. Let's see what it is then. Let's see what it is. Inevitable.
It's been a long morning. I had my mic jack and the wrong input, man. Yo, turn me up in the house for me, Smicky. Come on, man. That kind of lets you know my thought process. I'm all over the place. For real. Smicky.
Yeah, what does my mirror show me? Is it the grays on my face growing my wisdom slowly? Or my gut hanging over cause of rigatoni? Maybe it's the real me that be feeling lonely. Niggas know me as the rapper who be spitting solely. What about my spiritual though? Am I living holy? Breathing out, Mickey's phony. My reflection tells the truth, he's my strictest homie. Listen, Brody, while my hands on this countertop, looking up, seeing myself, it brings a lot of shock. Am I good enough being myself? This is how I got to the point of grieving myself while I shower hot with my wash rag. I'm a proud dad with a child glad to be my son. He's never found sad, wild glad that's enough to wipe the mirror clean and clear the steam to see a man appearing seen, feeling free. Fact.
When you look in the mirror, tell me what you see. Is someone looking back? Tell me what you see. Either the good or the bad side. Tell me what you see. Cause when you look for the last time, it ain't nothing but me.
Look in the mirror feeling lost, like I'm wandering, pondering if I should do things differently. Am I squandering these life gifts, blessings that I've been given, lessons that I've been living, stressing cause time is ticking, rewind back. Never mind, Dad, I'm on a mindless mission like a crimeless victim. Look myself in the eyes, double eye, you like a villain. The hyper feeling you get
appreciate the moment you getting stressed. And when you notice you own it, eyes open, feeling blessed. How many people have been given less? But that doesn't stop me from thinking if this is a test of difference. I set the pacing instead of lying complacent when jokers thinking they kings but never trying to ace it. Because my queen deserves the best version of me, like trips overseas to Belize. I heard it's comfy. Gotta hit the scene, get the green, word to Gumby. But the first step, look in the mirror and learn it from me. Double.
When you look in the mirror, tell me what you see.
Good job.
Is someone looking back? Tell me what you see. Either the good or the bad side. Tell me what you see. Cause when you look for the last time, it ain't nothing but me. When you look in the mirror, tell me what you see.
I don't know.
Is someone looking back? Tell me what you see. Either the good or the bad side. Tell me what you see. Cause when you look for the last time, it ain't nothing but me.
Came to the right place, sir. Essentially, this is your first time at the show, man. You came to the right place. I absolutely love like the neo soul, hip hop, jazz, you know, and like that's what it is. Neo soul is like often like that hip hop meets jazz, you know, kind of vibe. And it's always an easy kind of listening, you know, it's something that relaxes you. The production itself, it kind of takes you on a certain journey. You can't wait to hear this kind of stuff performed live, potentially with like a real band and stuff, because that is the experience that most people, you know, will want. And like the Tiny Desk or something that like, I think most people think you gotta wait until you're big to have those, but honestly, I think it's always going to be a good introduction into what you can do if we're able to see the performances that are authentic. And it will often, I think, be the best versions of any songs that you have. Anything that has that kind of live feel to it. It brings that essence of music. You don't just see it as hip hop. You see it as music. And you know, I hope that it is an experience that people will get to see. Again, imagine even just having a piano and then that just being the one thing that people are still fine with that. You underestimate the power of musical instruments and performance. Even if someone just had a guitar, it doesn't matter what it is. You figuring out those ways and then knowing that it's live will bring a little bit more to it. I think there was conviction, you know, throughout the song. Like everything felt right. There were no weakest links, so to speak. And so keep it up, you know. Definitely want to hear more of what you guys did over time. I do gotta let y'all know that we do play one song per artist in the free line. If you try to get a second song played, it does have to be a skip. So if you do try to send that again, it may, you know, prompt you to do so, or let you know that you've used your thing. Always plan to skip the line if you're trying to get multiple songs, you know, played back to back and things like that. But I do want to see what you got, you know, throughout each episode if possible, at the very least, right? So we can see what was done. Great job on the production, though, right? Because you said you did the production, you were on the second verse and the chorus, and you know the chorus is catchy. You had a good idea there, and you know, like these kind of beats, man, I could hear Cole, Kendrick, Jid, Common, Erykah Badu, Jill Scott. That would be really dope to have them on there. Said, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Happy you all enjoyed it. This was a last minute edition. Those are always the best. Wow, 10 hours before the album. You was still going off fumes, I assume, right? Because when you're working on that project and then like you have a little bit of a deadline in your head potentially, and you still have that need to want to get in there and then like be creative, and then you don't know if it's gonna make it, if it's something like that, but often it'll be something that is perfect. On top of that, it would be funny if that was the first song on the album too, right? Because that's what happened to me. Like, the last song that I did on one of my projects ended up being the first song on the album, and one of my favorites. So it happens. You say, yeah, that was fire. It reminds me of Mr. Fresh. That's what's up. That's what's up. Haven't seen Fresh in a little bit, so we gotta see what's up with him in there. And let's see. Someone trying to send their beat and stuff like that. What's up, man? You send that on true. Send that on true, my boy. Let's see what we got right now. Okay. Hold on. Oh, that was dope. I didn't even when I was looking at it too, I didn't even equate that the other artist was Mickey Fax and shit like that. So it was literally just listening to it like it was, two independent artists, doing their thing, going in, you know what I'm saying, making something freaking dope. You know what I mean? And he did a good job with it there. And I was like, wait a second. And I just looked at it now and I was like, wait a second. That's pretty dope. Big salute. We have DMM Beats with Boom Bap Style. There's gotta be a beat.
Please don't.
I don't know if I would call it boom bap style, but when you gonna go back down, you don't really go back down. I don't really know that sound. You got that whole boom bap style. Like, matter of fact, you about to go listen to boom bap now so you can freaking see what it really sounds like. I still like the beat that you made and I really think it sounds nice, but this is more like a Dr. Dre beat, and there's a lot of freaking times where I ain't weak, so I will come freaking to your freaking song or the freaking thing, and I don't even know, like, if I know I can't speak. People also know I'm a geek, and I don't even know when it happened. On Halloween I made freak, and sometimes I want to be able to get on records and bust rhymes, and people don't know if they're gonna sit in the bus line chilling and shit. Like, listen, you can talk to little bitty children and shit, but you can go freaking places where they got kids freaking singing the song and the little children will spit the whole record. I'm so reckless. What would you do if you got up in the game and they gave you no necklace? You wouldn't really feel like you a part of the team. There's a lot of times where I know that I'm like a machine, but I ain't AI. I want to be able to walk up to a person in person and say hi. I also want to tell you that you know that I can't lie. There's a lot of things in life that you can't buy. There's a lot of people with freaking no hands who want to go shake hands with other people when that's something they can't try unless they get a prosthetic limb. I don't know what I'm even talking about, but you know that I can win any freaking video game that I play. And there's a lot of things that I know, man, that I say that I freaking shouldn't have. There's a lot of times where you know you stink so much that you really need to take a bath. What the freak? I didn't expect to do anything, but I just did, so enjoy. I feel like I gave half of my review in the freestyle there, which, again, I'm listening to it, and like certain aspects remind me of like more of a Dr. Dre, kind of beat or whatnot. But I do think that like boom bap has a very specific, like, few patterns that you'll usually hear when you truly do hear it and like you think about very specific artists when you hear it too. You know what I mean? A Nas, a freaking MF Doom. You know, there's very specific things that you'll think about. But I could still hear a lot of dope artists on this. Everyone from like Noriega to 50 Cent to Kendrick. M could get on that. Fat Joe. Like, you know what I mean? Like you made something that like mainstream hip hop can rock with. Underground can still do it too. But I feel like when you have something that can fit both, it's always a good look. You know, there's no discrimination and like, nah, you can't. Let's not make a record to that, because why, right? But good job overall with the production so far. Support producers too, you know what I'm saying? You got IG up. And it's me, and thank you, that's what's up. And Mickey Facts, yeah. Yeah, there. This beat fire. Into that wasn't boom bap, but it was definitely fire. Listen, you gave me the fuel for the freestyle in there though too. And just out of respect too, let's go. Again, I like to try and freestyle to those things, but then you know I want to give you your due as well. So we'll. In fact, let me get something to drink. A lot of times, man, you gonna chase him. Where is Jason? I freaking saw him. He was. What was he doing? What do you mean? Don't just stop there. We need to know. All right. Anyways, big freaking salute. Good job. And as we proceed, thank you for the follow. Shanks with Tiger Claw. What the freak? Why did it load it up like that? There's another beat. We got two producers. You gonna make me stand like this? Like I freaking was looking right through Medusa. You don't know if you gonna do stuff, but I freaking had a beat that I also thought was sick and then I threw up. So either it was sick or I was sick. Like, let's see, dog. I would like to freaking see a cyber chick, like, randomly inside the freaking VR. I will be able to drive her any place she want up in the car. That is not real. And everybody was sending beats to my freaking show because, bro, I've got skills. But when it comes to people who have got up in the industry, only reason that they're freaking cool is because they've got deals. And if you need to feel nothing at all on your skin, I've got pills or something where you just want to go inside of the freaking ground. You know what, homie, I've got drills. But I want to be able to pick up. There's a lot of times when you get beats that I wanna go rip up. And I know that there's some things I wanna take a clip of. I really need to pick up the mic if I want to not drop it. I also want to talk about the hot topics. When I'm not it, I will make sure that I am the good you talking about again, cause I like that shit. Also, when it comes to some artists, you know that I like Hobson, Eminem. I like when like Lil Dicky is dropping. I also like Redman and freaking Ludacris. I wonder what all of those freaking artists would do to this. It'd be a dope song. It would be something cool to freaking see what any of them would do if they would go on. I also wanna like tell y'all that there's a lot of freaking weed in the world that half of y'all could grow all in your freaking backyard. You don't know why the heck some artists freaking ain't that real, but they act hard. And people also know that you can buy things whenever you slap cards into the machine. I know that I am so greedy. Like when y'all freaking see me, y'all know I'm never so needy. Y'all think that you'll go out the world and y'all ain't gon' need things. But no, listen, y'all know that your need brings you hurt. You know that there's lots of time where you know that Q-Bert was a video game that we had played back in the day. And people know that there's a lot of movies you could rent today, but you won't even do it cause Blockbuster freaking video and like don't even exist no more. Like people know I'm flipped flow and flipped flow. Whatever. I'm just having fun.
I'm just having fun. Like, listen, you wanna rob a bank, then bro, you gotta grab a gun, cause people know that there's no freaking way that you are hotter than the back of suns or some other planet. Like, listen, dog, you won't freaking not gonna be the dude that'll walk up to Janet and be like, yo, what was Michael Jackson like? Like, was he real? And like, yo, was Michael Jackson nice? Would he always be like doing the moonwalk for no reason? Like, are you Michael Jackson? No, are you Michael Jackson? Anyways, I like this. Hey. All of the times when you go rhyme, you don't know why. The little girl. Yeah, you better cut it off at the right moment. So, good job. Straight hip hop, you know, I mean, it was ironic that was a beat as well. It was ironic that it was more boom bap than the last one that claimed it was a boom bap beat. So that was interesting. I think it's perfect for both writing and getting in there and making like an actual song, and then also if you're going to do the freestyle nature, like there's a little something for everyone. So you know, good job so far. And how much of the beat did you provide in there as well? I think it's somewhere. Ooh, you gave us 3 minutes and 50 seconds. So that, you know, full song structure, as I like to say. If an artist does behoove themselves, if they want to make a shorter record too, they can still do that. But I always recommend that producers make, you know, longer beats. Don't give the artist any excuse on why they make shorter songs, because sometimes it's not the attention span thing and it's not the replay value thing. And literally they'll just say the producer only provided, like, that was all the beat that they made, you know what I mean? And so when you do that, you disallow yourself and the artist from being heard for a certain amount of time. And you can always challenge them to do a little bit more. If you have made longer beats in the past, and maybe what you've noticed is when artists do get on your records, they still shorten it more or less a lot more often. The trick to getting them to do a little bit more is making sure that that extension, whatever it is, anything past like that first verse and chorus area, you figure out a different way to come at certain things. And so you have to make it so the artist goes, I can't not get on that part because that's dope as shit. You know what I mean? And you still want those things to be heard. Even if they go well, that's all I got in me, but damn, like this part of the beat is dope. I'm gonna just let the beat ride out right here. You know what I mean? Like you want to still have something that resonates in a way. And so half of it is up to the artist, half of it it's up to you. And just figuring out those different ways, right? Like I noticed there are some times where, okay, let me have the sample going in this section, and then I'm gonna drop the sample out for a little bit, then I'll bring it back at a certain time. I'll filter it over here, you know what I mean? That's always fun. Experimenting with sample chopping, that's what's up. And it turned out different. Okay. Respect to the Dork Squad, man. That's right.
Dork Squad!
Man, speaking of Dork Squad, how many of you guys, how did I not send that freaking ad? How many of you guys are going to see Doomsday and have saw Spider-Man Brand New Day already? It's fire. That's all I'm gonna say. And Doomsday, man, cannot wait for that. You know, Marvel has been cooking as of late. If Spider-Man was any indication, and I feel like Doomsday has a lot of great things going for it, right? Not only do we finally get the X-Men and Avengers in the same movie, like period. But the Russos are back. The same teams that brought us Winter Soldier, Civil War, Endgame, and Infinity War, right? If you liked any of those movies, like the same team pretty much is back, and they are in charge of all the characters. So at the very least, you know that they are really good at managing character, like so many characters in the same room, and the moments that we don't know that we wanted to see, that we, you know, like we're gonna have so many of those moments that are gonna be amazing. So I'm always, you know, geeked out about that kind of stuff. Said Brand New Day was tough as hell, and I'm finna go, yeah. Listen, I've been trying to get people to go. I don't know if you have a 4DX theater anywhere near you, but I highly recommend it. If you've ever been to Disneyland and been on rides like Star Tours or Honey, I Shrunk the Audience, for example, it's like the mixture of those perfectly meshed in the middle. So you have a movie that's playing, it's also in 3D. And then when there's smoke in the film, there's smoke that kind, you know, safe smoke that is blasted into the, you know, theater or whatnot. There's wind that makes you feel like you're a part of certain scenes where there's, you know, wind involved, or if it's like nighttime or something like that. There is like the theater actually moves. Like if you're in a car chase, is one of the funnest things ever. You literally feel like you are in the movie and are experiencing it for more time than you would something like Honey, I Shrunk the Audience and Star Tours. Like those things last what, like 5 minutes? You're in a movie for like you know, an hour, 2 hours and something, you know, and it doesn't feel like it's annoying. You really feel like it's immersed, like you're immersed in it, and it's almost hard to go back to watching things normally after that, man. So I highly recommend you experience it at least once. And if there are a set of films that I would highly recommend it for, it definitely is Spider-Man. That's still in theaters right now, so you might still be able to catch one. And then Doomsday for sure. Like, my gosh, man. So I gotta see what the tickets are gonna be for that. But let me go back into the line, to the line. Let me go back into the line, see what we have. We have cinematic with Blessing Are Coming.
Legendary, baby. Legendary. I know some days feel
Blessing
impossible.
Are coming.
But look at everything you've already survived. You're still here, you're still fighting. So don't give up now. Take a deep breath and just keep on going. Your best days are still ahead of you, I promise.
We came so far, we just can't give up right now. All of these scars show there's nothing that can hold us down. Sunshine is just around the corner, so keep your faith. The blessings are coming your way.
Now baby girl, I know the heavy weight that you hold and carry deep inside, the war inside your noisy head that you fight with every night. When the thoughts begin to get louder, they will not let you sleep. And the shit from the past is piled steep, your wounds are very, very deep. You've been broken by the people that you've only ever wanted to trust. Had your faith turn to fear, had your heart turn to dust. But baby, see, you made it through every storm you've ever faced, and somehow there still is light inside of your collective pain. Why don't you see what I see when you look into the glass? You tell me you see all your flaws and all the weight of your past. But darling, I see every battle that you fought so you could stand. Every time they knocked you down, you only got back up again. You call it surviving, I like to call it strength. You don't know how powerful you've been and what you stood against. 'Cause even when you've ever felt like you couldn't go on, somehow you kept on moving, baby, somehow you stayed strong. See, honey, you've already survived the hardest days. So don't you let today convince you that you can't make it through tomorrow. If there's one person in this world I know who has the strength to make it through it all, it's you, baby. And trust me, babe, I know that I never made it easy. I brought along my own war when you only needed peace. We both have said a few things that we knew we would regret. We both made a few mistakes and wish that we could take them back. But baby, please look at us now together. We're just standing here after all the times of feeling doubt, after wiping all the tears. And if my love to you's a promise, here's the one I made to you. I'll walk through the darkest hell until your light is seeping through. You are more than the pain that somebody once caused. Baby, you are more than every addiction, mistake, tick, or flaw. You are more than every voice telling you you're not enough. You were more than every time that this life was getting rough. Your past is an old chapter, it don't get to write the end. Your scars tell the story of where in life you have been. And when you can't see what tomorrow's gonna finally give, I'll remind you there's still so much life for you left to live. Baby, I know the road hasn't been easy, and I know some days you're tired of fighting.
Show there's nothing that can hold us down.
But you made it through every bad day you faced so far. So please keep going, keep believing, and never forget. The life you've been praying for could be right around the corner. Baby, I love you so much, and I hope you truly realize that. And that is never gonna change, and I am always gonna be here right by your side. 53011 until the day we die.
Are we building legends over here?
You damn right we are.
Big fig and salute. Okay, so I like this because every time you guys as artists are able to go out there and make a real record, something that's authentic, like that's as authentic as you can get, when it really means something, when you're talking to a real person and it's just not like a song that, you know what I mean? Like the equivalent of when certain AI creators may just like make a heartfelt song about a dude who love, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll describe it and then tell it to do, like when it's real, when it comes from you and you have to go in there and do every word and then you're performing it and then, you know, then you get to hand that to your wife, bro. Like that is gonna mean more than if you were to hand her a just straight up AI record and it's saying the words, like, but it's singing with like a whole nother voice and all that. Like I know probably the chorus has, you know, some elements, you know, like that in there,
but you as the artist are real, right? This is a good example of like a hybrid kind of record where you know, you use it as a tool, as they say. Some people claim to use it as a tool, but then they use it for everything. And so if it does everything, then how it's using you as the tool. That's basically what's happening. But you use it for one element or so, to bring something in, to maybe use it as the sample and then embed that into the beat. I feel like there's something there or whatnot, and we look at it like a sample. You do take away that aspect of when it is a known song that people are familiar with, and then they are equally impressed at how you flipped that record and then what you kind of did with it, you know what I'm saying, after. So there's like two sides to that sort of you know, coin, if you would. But I'll always recommend that, like, look, we're in a new generation now where people definitely would appreciate all behind the scenes looks at what we do. And so we make it a kind of new trend to make sure that we record visually when we're going in and making new songs and recording and working on beats and working on like whatever. If we show people like the things that we do, they can see the work, all the proof in that, like, whatever you do that is, you know, fully authentic, when they can see those first moments where you come up with a certain line or something like that. It's rare when we get those situations, and you'll never get them back, by the way, unless you record those, right? I'm thinking about the classic records that I know everyone likes from me, and I feel dumb that I don't have any footage from when I was recording those albums, because they meant a lot to me. It was me coming out of like a 5-year hiatus from not rapping because I just wasn't inspired, and then I said, you know what, let me do this, let me try to do a song where I've never done this before. I challenged myself and really didn't even know what I wanted to do outside of giving myself and others something that they could really listen to, because all they were hearing was mumble rap. They didn't feel like they could listen to what was out there anymore, because it just felt like the artists out weren't trying as much, and they didn't have the same standards as the previous artists you grew up. There's no way you can compare a Tupac to Amigos. Like, why would we even put Playboi Carti in the same category as a Rakim, as a M, as a Busta? Like, it's a completely different style, right? Anyways, so it's a real record, something that you know, really allows people to get to know you, and then it's also something that is personal, but that can really double as an actual song, because there are some things that are like almost too personal, and then you feel like that's something you just give to the person, and then, you know, but you don't like put it out as a song. I feel like this could be a song for sure. You could do a video and things like that. Like, again, those kind of celebrations help people know why you do this. So I feel like that is importante. What do you say? What did you say? So I've been making videos, recording my creation process, do different songs. Hey, posting a whole collage on the air. There we go. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, see what I'm saying, man. And you said just complete nothing. Yeah, so we were talking on the other side. I was like telling him more about the experience on like the 40X movie thing, right? And then I said, like, if they did re-release Endgame, any of the scenes with like Ant-Man, Giant Man size, you're gonna feel that, right? So when he's stepping on the ground into the scene,
you know, the theater's gonna, you know, kind of move with that. And I'm imagining like all of those heroes running and everything that goes on within all of those scenes. And when Thanos comes through the portal that first time and the explosion and Captain Marvel going through the spaceship. What else could we... trying to figure out all the other things that happened. Okay, they went to Avengers 1 in that film. Anyways, what do you say? He says Spider-Man Brand New Day crossed the 2 billion mark globally in under 3 weeks, overtaking films like Avengers and Infinity War. Wow. So that's cool. You see what I'm saying? I mean, look, that's a W for Marvel right now. It's a W for Marvel because people have been a little bit up and down with different projects that they've had. And I mean, it has been very hard for them to top Endgame and Infinity War and Civil War and things like that, right? And over the years, it's like they've had a few great ones, some that could have been better, and like they just all deserve a certain level of respect. But like I said, I have faith in the Russos really being able to pull all of those stories together, wrap them in a bow, and give everybody like something dope to do, right? And I really think this is probably gonna feel like Marvel has always been known to do genre films, right? So like a heist film or you know, coming of age kind of film for certain people, a western kind of thing, a noir something, you know. And with this, I feel like it's gonna be akin to like the ending of the world kind of films and stuff like that. You had a little bit of that in Infinity War, and the reversal of that, which was more of a time travel film with Endgame. But this one feels like, nah, like people you might see die in this, you may not see them again. This may be like their last time out. And if not this, then definitely like Secret Wars, right? It's the one chance that you could get any of the things that the fans have ever wanted in terms of fan castings or rumors that happen. You can get Tom Cruise as Iron Man. You can get wasn't there a time when what was his name? There was a few people who were in talks for Doctor Strange at one point, who all were supposedly in talks to be Doctor. It didn't write anything, bro. What was that? Hold on. Let me try this. Okay, who all were in talks to be Doctor Strange? That's it. Cause there's one. It was the one who was One of them was the one who was Mysterio in Spider-Man Far From Home. And I don't know why I just forgot his name. You know what I'm saying? I know all the movies that he's been in, but for some reason his name is not crossing my head. Anyway, they say that, let me see, Joaquin Phoenix at one point, I remember that. Before Benedict Cumberbatch secured the role, Joaquin Phoenix went the furthest in official negotiations. That would have been interesting. Tom Hardy, Ethan Hawke, and Ewan McGregor were heavily linked. I could see each of them as Doctor Strange, which is kind of interesting. Let me see. Jared Leto also, I remember that. Ryan Gosling, Keanu Reeves, I could see him as well. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I don't know. I don't think we've ever really seen him with a mustache before, whatnot, and goatee. Matthew McConaughey, maybe. Colin Farrell, Daniel Radcliffe. What? He's probably a little bit too young. Johnny Depp, I could definitely see. Wow, what happened? What happened to what's his name, man? Like his name is not even in there in the main ones. Y'all gonna just forget that was one of the things, huh? Anyways, let's go. Desky, what up? What up? What's poppin'? What is popping? Hello. All right, so we got Young David with Up and Coming. Let's see what you got.
Me wanting to be a famous music artist really never came from wanting the cars, checks, and all that, because I just wanted to express myself in a way that can help other people. It's just something I really want to do. I've always wanted to do it ever since I was a kid. I want to do it big.
Up and coming artist, my flow is the hardest. I'm working so hard cause I'm trying to get paid for this shit. I'm trying to make it so when I have kids I can show them impossible's possible, man. I take my paper straight right to the side, ain't time to be happy again. I want a new topic, my heart never stopping. I stop being modest, you people just play me, I'm done. So wait till I'm popping, I told you I promised my shit put the hottest. Said when she hit play it was loud. I'll be a new topic and slow it or stop it. Blast off like a rocket and go all the way to the sun. I cannot wait for the day I can say that I made it. Most times won't lie, I was impatient. I just wanna be one of the greatest. So I'm paving the way, walking through and we just painting my brain and I'm trying to maintain the same level of same, but I'm going insane in the process. Need more up than I thought, but I digress. I know sometimes the truth's hard to digest, but you gotta keep pushing, find a new way to get through the depression, Becoming artist, my flow is the hardest. I'm working so hard cause I'm trying to get paid for this shit. I'm trying to make it so when I have kids I can show them impossible's possible, man. I take my paper straight right to the side, ain't time to be happy again. Don't be upset when they all walk away, I'll be here for you once a year,
I did not expect that to end right there. I think you did a good job so far with what you have on there. You have a good energy. There's a fairly clean, mix on the vocals and stuff like that. You don't sound like monotone and boring, on the record, which is some people in your genre will have like way lower of a register, and they won't really challenge themselves vocally and melodically, on the record. So I appreciate that you actually went in there. But once again, if you can analyze how people feel about music and like the science about it is, if you are not repetitive and boring or not saying anything, you can go past that like 1 minute, 2 minutes, you can go into like a 3-minute area, have 2 or 3 verses in there or features or whatever, as long as you have more ideas. And I never want you guys to use the beat being short for an excuse. If you think that people have short attention spans, I don't believe that. I've never believed that. Whenever I heard it, I'm like, who's telling people to say that? Because it's not true. If you have a good personality and energy, if you have the right beat, if you have the right mix, we're in here. We're listening for your abilities and how many ways you can come at a certain record, right? So the more ideas that you have, we're willing to continue the experience to see where it goes. And yes, there are the short form platforms and stuff. You do want to have content for those platforms, but wouldn't it make sense in your head and be smarter to make a longer song so that you have more to promote of that record over time? Because I've seen people try one of two of those situations, where one is, let me just post the same like 8 bars of this record and I'll just do all the content, and it's visually gonna be different, but it's gonna be that same one part of the record over and over again, right? And people kind of do get tired of it because they already know what's gonna happen, right? The only thing that changes is the visual content behind it. And, you know, it does create that familiarity. But if you have more record to work with, that's so much more that either you're giving people money's worth wise. Like if they're going to spend any amount of time with you and it's the one song, why not give them a little bit more, right? Think about competitions, or if you were to be able to have the ability to open up for an artist, and if you're doing one song, if that's the one that you have the beat to, you know, you don't want to like get in, get out, and then that's it. People will forget you. And said, yeah, I am doing Nero. We are using Nero, and it's still up right now. Hold on. Let me put this right here. Silly hit. Don't be doing it. And what did you say? An cool track. Hold on. Let me jump over and see what. Why didn't it update what you were saying? Why didn't it update? You know that's why I'm frustrated. All right, we got Hollow Rallo with myself. Eh? All right, let's go ahead and throw this up. Come on now. Come on now. It's okay. There you go. There you go.
Yeah. I said I love myself. I love myself. I love myself when I wanna be nobody else. I said
I'm from the struggle, I was poor myself. Evil thoughts, I know myself. How you learn, cause I taught myself. By the burners bitch down till I caught myself. See the house, yeah, I bought it myself. See them forms, yeah, I bought it myself. See them haters, yeah, I fought on myself. She like me, shit, I would myself. I ain't gonna lie, I really love myself. If I really could, I hug myself. I'm my worst critic, so I shove myself. And it's time to get oppressed, so I drug myself. Mostly I'm lit, full of plug myself. Like Tupac, it's a thug of myself. That's what you call me, had enough myself. And it's time to embrace and trust myself. Get a little hate, so I rush myself. Be a one of yours, so I flush myself. They be talking heavy, gotta hustle myself. I done did a lot of time, really fuck myself. I don't really like to put a lot of pressure on myself, but I really got a whole bunch of levels to myself. And my mama, cause I put a lot of medals on the shelf. Ain't nobody gonna give me out this girl by myself. I want better for myself, won't let it for myself. Need to move, cause I need a better setup for myself. Heard a lot about it, never met it for myself. But I don't really need it, I can fed it with myself. Keep my cheddar to myself. I'm just really trying to keep my head up on myself. I think I should buy a chinchilla for myself. But I'ma have to keep a 9 million on myself, like I sell it to myself. I don't need no help, I can do it myself. I don't need a shooter, I'm a shooter myself. I don't need a king, I'm a ruler myself. I don't need a teacher, I'm a tutor myself. I know you smell the gas, yeah, I grew it myself. And I know it's loud cause I blew it myself. Yeah, he a wreck, kinda knew it myself. Caught a nigga mad spinner, I do it myself. I'm from the struggle, I was poor myself. Evil thoughts, I know myself. How you learn cause I taught myself. By the burners bitch down till I caught myself. See the house, yeah, I bought it myself. See them forms, yeah, I bought it myself. See them haters, yeah, I fought on myself. She like me, shit, I would myself. I like to spend a lot of time to myself. I focus better when I grind by myself. It's like my dick got a mind of itself. Every bitch wanna be my big mom, then I know, look.
It's like we go from one to another.
By yourself in the ground by yourself, you be X about your wealth, you be X about your health, and you can't try to blame it on nobody but yourself. Born in Philadelphia, had to learn myself. All my life with old guns, I ain't in the whereabouts. And it's taking shots, I ain't in taking selfies on the block with the rock back and forth to the deli. All my
like now he switches it up.
Just heard the shit these motherfuckers try to tell me. If I had $1 every lie that they tell me, bro, I swear to God, it'll add up to $1 million. Yeah, they pretty cool because I talk to myself. Need to clear my mind, then I walk on myself. If I pass gas, then I fall by myself. You didn't tell that pass gas, blaming on somebody else. If you want to change, gotta change for yourself. Instead of pointing fingers with the blame on yourself. When you speak different language, all I think is that. G money and words, and you're singing with your chest. If you the best, I'ma say you myself. See, they let me down the rest, I'ma say myself. But if she said I'm messy, I see it myself. But I got a pussy where she'll see it herself. But she lay by herself, make her play with herself. But she might stay the night, cause she stay by herself. The way that she built and the way that she felt, make you wanna fuck 10 bitches like Will. I'm from the struggle, I was poor myself. Evil thoughts, I know myself. How you learn, cause I taught myself. By the burners bitch down till I caught myself. See the house, yeah, I bought it myself. See them forms, yeah, I bought it myself. See them haters, yeah, I fought on myself. She like me, shit, I would myself.
What you guys think about that right there? also love the time where I want to freaking rhyme. I do this shit all the time. I'm finna go cut me grinds all the day. And all right, so it's like I like what was being done there because we had a good energy. We had some aggression in there in terms of you know how we covered that at the record, right? There's a small amount of just feeling like certain parts, not every part, but certain parts might have felt like there was you know, a little bit of rushing. But and then I mean there's the repetition aspect, right? This is the song that sort of is in the in between, right? It's not like we haven't heard songs like it before. The other one I always think about, right, is Juvenile's you know what I'm saying? You never did put that bird, huh? Bird, huh? Like, but like, we like that. We like Juvenile's, you know, record. And it's one of the few where that worked out for him. I feel like this is, it's still dope. You know, it still has a certain level of you switching up in there, but it just took a little bit to get there, right? It had to take like the second verse sort of like area to feel like you decided to, you know, change it up a little bit here and there. And often what I talk about is doing that a lot earlier in the song, you know, letting people see that like they're on a roller coaster essentially, right? And a good roller coaster doesn't just go straight, it doesn't just go in circles, it doesn't just go up and down like this. It does all of that at various times throughout the ride, and has parts that are unpredictable, and maybe you go underground for a certain amount of time, or you know, you go frontwards and backwards or something, right? Those things make the roller coaster ride more worth it, and in this case it's a song, right? So going through a song and not having something that is too predictable, right? We started to know exactly where the word myself was going to be placed, and don't get me wrong, like I said, there's a comfortability with familiarity and just being able to have crowd participation for something potentially. I don't know how well that would work, but I would love to see, like, if, let's say, if you didn't say the words myself in those sections, and the crowd is the one who says myself. So what would it sound like, you not having those and you saying every other thing but that, and then the crowd being that? And is it too fast? Is it too much of a situation because it's a two-syllable word? I don't know. I'm just literally trying to figure those things out right now. Overall, good thing is the energy and everything you had in there. So keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on, my friend. We have Galactic Currency with She Galactic. She Galactic. She galactic, like, matter of fact, man, she's an actress. Matter of fact, you don't even know if we could backflip.
You know, I tell them 1,000,000 times, I'm sick all the times. Are you gonna sleep now? Do you need to spend time now? Do you need me now? Is it for the rest of the time? Is it gonna wrap? Hold up, I'm not finished. I'ma tell you how I'm feeling. It's like gangster talk. I just wanna talk to you. Yeah. Do you feel it, huh? I'm never talking, huh? Can you see it, huh? There's a difference now. I'm getting to know you. I'm figuring it out. Don't wanna leave because I'm shining with you. Got the ice and the truth. The AK be waiting to catching up to you, shorty. There's a wave around you. There's a view like sailing. The money I got that be saving. You know that I can pay if the prices be crazy. If you earn it out, I'm waving. You ready, baby? Take you to the next spot.
I don't know if this is the right bass for.
Got the ice in the trunk. The AK be waiting it up. Don't forget about it. I'm catching up to you, shorty. There's a wave around you. There's a view like sailing. The money I got that be saving. You know that I can pay. The prices be crazy. If you
Oh my God, what is happening?
take you to the next spot. We non-locals, we making it.
We might have to hit that button. Oh, you saved yourself. I think.
You know.
I don't know. I really don't know what
I told
happened.
him a million times.
Yeah. Because I was about to hit the door. You don't play that. So a few things, right? At first it felt like the vocal was real, and then as the song was starting to progress, it started to feel like the vocals might have been AI or something like that. And or an effect that you were using had AI in it. I don't know, right? All I do know is that whenever there is something that you're using in your record and it happens to add elements of AI into it, you gotta get the hell out of it. Everybody who uses AI like has to know and has to understand that the thing that most listeners don't like is the AI, is the sound of it. Like it doesn't, we can tell most of the time that it's a human, that it's a robot trying to mimic a human. Like we can tell. And when that is the case, and knowing that sometimes it's in the production, sometimes it's the voice, other times it's the mix too. The point is, you don't want it anywhere in those areas, because if we hear it, we're always gonna feel all kinds of things all at the same time. We feel like, man, that could have been a real artist doing the song. Why not just get that? We're gonna feel like there's an element of you that's cheap because you didn't want to either. There's the cheap and lazy thing, because you didn't want to get a real artist or a real producer or learn how to produce and or be the artist yourself. And it's just something that we have to get you guys out of. Use AI records as your inspiration, but never the full replacement of what you could have done. Look at it like, if your song is good, okay, you really have to put it like this. If your song is good, if we hear Suno more than you, then Suno gets the trophy. And like, you're on the side. You're like on the side. Like you're not even up there, up on stage with it. They get the trophy because they did most of the work. But if you do most of the work, then it sort of allows you to not only feel better about yourself and your creation, but to know that like you did the thing. Like that's the most important thing of all. We need that work. We need the work done. We want to see it, and that's all I'm gonna say. Is that pitch, bass down, and octave maybe? It felt like an inauthentic bass or something. There was some filter or some effect or something thrown through it where it just felt like it was annoying. It was what is the proper word that I'm looking for, man? It just felt like it was too much. of what was going on, and that it was getting way too much of the attention, and it shouldn't be, right? The type of bass in terms of where the melodies were going bass wise are there, right? But I don't even know where that came from. You know what I mean? And like if it was added, it felt like it was added after everything else was done, which is usually weird. You know what I mean? Like you can do anything at any time, of course, and we do recommend you guys do bring in musicianship and stuff like that, but you also have to know how to blend and mix it in so that it is indeed looked at authentically, right? So Dave Blunts with issues.
Yeah. Got a lot of thoughts inside this head of mine. Thinking about medicine, I wonder why. Thinking about all the times I made her cry. She say I'm the reason that she wanna die. Wonder will I get a chance to say goodbye. Remember we was arguing on Facebook Live. That was when you told me to go get a life. That was when you told me that I'm not your type. But fuck that, I'm a real nigga, I really stand on business. I told my homies that I fucked the bitch, but truth is I didn't. You tell me you forgive me, then hate me the next minute. I keep saying I love God, but truth is I keep saying I ran it up, I got some money in my bank account. That be the reason I don't care if you don't love me now. This Casamigos got me hungover like Leslie Chow. Remember when I made you cry when we was at Blasian's house? Got a lot of thoughts inside this head of mine. Thinking about medicine, I wonder why. Thinking about all the times I made her cry. She say I'm the reason that she wanna die. Wonder will I get a chance to say goodbye. Remember we was arguing on Facebook Live. That was when you told me to go get a life. That was when you told me that I'm not your type. But fuck that, I'm a real nigga, I really stand on business. Told my homies that I fucked the bitch, but truth is I didn't. You tell me you forgive me, then hate me the next minute. I keep saying I love God, but truth is I keep sinning.
All right, 1 to 10 now feedback is welcome. What do you guys think about that? Y'all know me. So when it comes to any melodic record, I always listen for the variation, right? This is why it's always important, right? I look for variation. I look for you guys to be less monotone, right? Monotone is just when you do less melodies. It's like 1 to 2 tops, and or you're just in the lower tones and stuff like that, right? To where it's boring. I like when you're in the higher octaves, because higher octaves breed more energy. It takes a lot more effort to, yeah, I mean, it takes way more effort to get up there than to just go, or yeah, I mean, like it's more boring the other ways. And so for those of you who have the courage to try to go higher, like you kind of actually have to be able to have that confidence to want to, sing auto-tune or not. And I always remind you guys, of course, try to do different versions of your songs, like the acoustic version where somebody is just playing the guitar and see how it sounds. It might be a little bit different because the production is definitely different from something you would hear like live things from, but that's a little bit of the challenge, right? How can we translate this to a live performance and something that people would absolutely love? It does have a shortness to it, so there's always going to be a little bit more that you can do. I could see a visual and certain things like that to it, but what do you think? Give your thoughts, my friend. We have Desky the Demon with Hell Rising coming up right now as we proceed.
Yeah, we go stupid. We still got a little bit more to show y'all. Alright, let's keep that bitch going, son. Come on, son.
oxygen. And I got money. And he can't do this. The bitch looks stupid. Tobacco fucking up my health. And I smell out. No Michael Phelps. Like Michael L. I'm slow, I get that from my pops. Like outside drinking on the rocks. 100s, baby, 15 blocks. Like serpent drunk kids, ducking cops. What the fuck? Caution. I don't like just, I caution. Caution. Yeah, we can be up, follow. Black shirt, ducking powers. Big days for money, collar. Took a shirt from Colorado. I won't text back, bitch. Call you. Text me and follow. Yeah, we're past no Oliver. I say damn like beef. Horses go fast, people. I support my teachers. I'ma make more muffins. Bitch, the course they listen.
What?
Beat the judge, they taking. I'ma jump out reckless, bitch. I ain't learned my lesson.
Okay. Hold on, guys. You know what I mean? What you need to do, right? Because there are times where, like, it's a little bit of the mix. Other times where it's the performance. And I never want you guys to get classified as, like, mumble rap and stuff, right? And really, that only happens when one of those two situations are apparent. If you're not performing it in the right way, where we have a clear shot of, like, basically what you're saying, or if the mix isn't allowing that to happen, a lot of what you say kind of goes in one ear and out the other. And there's a lot of things happening all at the same time, right? Here's a song where you did 3 minutes and 52 seconds, but I'm like, what's gonna happen, you know, with and throughout that time, right? If you're really going in, I want to be able to get those bars, you know, respectfully, right? And I don't want it to feel like it's just a lot of sounds kind of hodgepodge together.
Platinum, legal weapon, bitch. I got my team in heaven. Pierces on me, and rising. Like little fuck is terrorizing. Grabbing faces, popping shit. Me and Angel, opposite. My life, I'm coming out. The plug, we sold them out. For us, he said a small amount. My album steady going on. Guess it's from word of mouth. Keep speaking, spread it out. Fly like a muffin bounce. Load the truck, here's coming down. We got this shit like a 100 house. Let's not get drunk, then fuck up couch. Fuck up my lens and jump up out. I'm cool with crackheads, I see you out. If you go back in, I can't bail you out. They say you're the one with the bad hoes. Facts.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, man. We gotta do it. We gotta do it.
When these rappers try to make a clever song, no matter what they do, we'll never get along. Pick up the COVID, now we'll never share a bomb. I've been trying to fix the rap game for the longest. I ain't gonna lie, man, your rap's really garbage. Speak what's on my mind, cause I'm actually honest. You feel this in your eye, and your back, and your arm check. I got shaved right up.
So, and again, what takes me to that point is this. Again, I know that there are a lot of subgenres. There are sounds that certain people will rock with, right? Everybody has their thing. But I really started thinking of it from a label standpoint, right? If we were all in a label meeting right now, right? And like everybody in there is an executive, and maybe like there's a few top artists from the label there to make a decision too. But everybody in there is someone who would be in charge of making sure they would market you in the right way, to get everything that you need done to make sure that you become a star. But they all have to say yes in order for it to go through, because if one of those people don't believe in you, then the same way everything else kind of falls apart, because that person's not going to do their job. You know, it could literally be the difference between, you know, just that artist who gets shelved and the one that they. But so I started thinking, like, if you were performing this as the record to try to get signed, and all they want you to do is really just to perform in that kind of setting, like, what would we say? What would we feel in that situation? And like, I'm always looking for an artist's best song, you know, a top 5 records that I can basically always pull out and show people who you are if I think that you and somebody else might make a good pairing in terms of a record and album, stuff like that. And I think this record definitely could have had a lot more, you know, too. I mean, you had a video and everything too, kind of, but.
Ay, 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 everybody, ay, 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 ay.
Anyways, let me go back into the lineup. Who is he? With a different kind. It's a beat. It is the beat, yo. You don't know what you're gonna do, you get the veto. You don't know if you're gonna go eat a burrito. I'm annoying like a mother effing mosquito. Where you finna go and shit? Hey, yo, freaking Native Savage, if you had this beat in your possession, would you float it? If I told you to go to a store and go get me a freaking soda quick, would you freaking do it, or you be like, no, you bitch? She trying to freaking talk about freaking people who would see a dead body then walk around. There's lots of times where I don't even think I'm weird enough to go in outside of my house and then go talk to the ground. But I know that I am, because I have done that, man. You know what, man? Like Toucan saying, you was trying to get the Fruit Loops to always want to freaking talk about the freaking people that used to go wear zoot, man. Like, where am I at? I want to be able to, like, tell y'all that you always can go rap, but the bomb is the back, and the dog is the back. You know what, man? If you ever freaking seen a dumb dog with a cat, one not biting the other. Sometimes, man, you know, you probably would fight with your mother. Listen, there's times, but I don't know why, but I'm trying to brother. Kinda waiting for it to change a little bit. Let's see if it changes right here. You gotta change a little bit, cause I'm listening to the beat and it's like strange a little bit. And there's a lot of people freaking who will go into the bathroom just cause they gotta use it and it'll take a little shit. Every time I have a beat, I make a little hit, and I'll go and make some breakfast and make some little grits or freaking something that I can eat though. I don't even know if I'm falling asleep though, cause the freaking thing is freaking cool, but I don't like AI either. Cause when you use data to cheat, yo, there's a lot of time when freaking to put the vibe in there's a lot of people who have their head in their bomb in it. Man, I got a bomb and shit. About to like tell y'all that there's ways that you can blaze and freaking some way or solve the shit. There's a rack song, there's a wax off, there's a lot of time when I wanna be able to take down when the clock's off, when I take off, when the clock's off, he said it's open. I mean, there's no actual verse in here, so I'm sure it's open. I don't hear I don't hear anything you did. This is something I can like go and eat when I'm at the, what the freak? That's it? I didn't expect it to end right there or whatnot, but okay. So here's what I say. So I feel like it's something that does grow on you a little bit over time. I like the elements that are there. There's a good energy. There's a variation of ways where you can come at this record, whether you want to rap fast or a little bit freaking slower and stuff like that. I think it needs more changes over time though, because after a little bit it started to feel like you were just looping one specific section. And again, I know how we make beats sometimes, and sometimes we'll make that, okay, let me make the first pattern, right? If we're thinking like Fruity Loops terms or whatnot, if we make the first pattern and then we kind of copy and paste that through like 1 to or like I guess 2 to 6, right? But when we go in there, right, we have to make sure that I think in each pattern we're choosing areas to do something a little bit different so people can
hear us as a producer and feel like we're a part of the record as well. Never forget that. Always know that, like, you don't want to be the producer that gets lost as the beat and people are focusing more on the artist over time because it feels like it's mainly like a loop. You did have parts where, okay, let me, take this part out here for a second and we'll bring it back over here. But it needed to, like, just maybe other instruments or parts where you change the tone for a second or something like that. You just want to make it feel like if you were to throw somebody a beat and then they hopped on it and then sent you back the song and the vocals and stuff, where you would go in and change some things because now you have the song, and if they say certain things, literally you could play around with that melodically or just do something different in certain sections that make it feel like you were in the studio with them, you know what I mean? And that is what I think it needs. Let's see, what do we have here? What do we have here? I gotta load this one up here too. Hold on. This might be the last one.
Who would've known? It really turned into reality, made my dreams blow. Even though I did that, you're still mad at me. Where did I go wrong?
Give me the run out.
Guess you can have it all.
Cypher beat.
Just because I got diamond chains, don't mean that I don't feel this pain. You
Hold on.
know what I'm saying? Got a V8 or a V12 for the race, that's how I'm raised. I switch your bitch soar through the sky like a saint. Who would've known? Did it really turn into reality? Made my dreams blow. Even though I did that, you're still mad at me. Where did I go wrong? Late nights with these fights ain't fine. I'm just trying to fucking love you. So I vibe through these songs, fucking back and forth in my brain. I'm knocking on my noggin. I'm done. Your nigga be frontin', see him flogging, and my face just get him done. Double this Glock, let's have some fun. Hit you in your lungs, full of shit, so we had to plunge. Side is gruesome, you know how we come. Walking the sky, I'm too fitted on my wall. I'm trying to figure out a way, but I'm locked inside my skull. This one take, baby, you know how I get, bitch, I'm on the roll. Bitch, you know how it go. Sipping that water, that codeine inside of my cup, bitch, you got me nodding. Run up on me and I'm popping all up at your face, bitch, you know that I got it. 3 times wide, then I fly. Don't give a fuck, bitch, on that guy. Don't care, I keep that fight on my side. You can get your ass gone, you could die. But I ain't wanna get real sad. I could go get the ride, but I don't wanna go do that. GTA 6, bitch, I'm fly. In the sky, I'm alright. On the best, I'll be rapping on these beats like a 9 to 5. It's my job, I'm right. I'm high too. Roll a blunt, get fly. Ooh, never care what these niggas said. Commit suicide to my bars. Yeah, I'm so high, think that I'm sitting on Mars. I'm curious, I be floating with the stars. Who would've known? Did it really turn into reality? Made my dreams blow. Even though I did that, you're still mad at me. Where did I go wrong? Late nights with these fights ain't fine. I'm just trying to fucking love you. So I vibe through these songs. Who would've known? Did it really turn into reality? Made my dreams
You recorded it like at all the right
you're still mad at me. Where did I go wrong? Late nights with these fights ain't
places,
fine. I'm
man.
just trying to fucking love you. So I vibe through these songs.
When you got through this song and shit, there's a lot of time where I want to tell y'all that I really don't do the honest and
Everybody tap into the real NE on YouTube, on all platforms. Go holla, boom.
What? That was a good little ending right there. Big figure salute to that. I was gonna say, like, you recorded a lot of good sort of, like, angles, places, sort of shots, different things like that, right? Which is very importante. Because if you're gonna do a one shot video, then the movements and, like, location, where you're going, like what you're doing is gonna be important. Standard videos where you have, like, multiple shots and places like that it matters, right? Throughout the day, throughout the night, like daytime and at nighttime shots, different locations, maybe wardrobe changes, stuff like that. reminds you that you don't have to film one video in one day if you don't need to. Like you can do a video over the course of like a week or a month, as a matter of fact, and make sure that you get all the shots that you need or whatnot. But you saw a multitude of things, right? Him in the studio, him outside. There were like fireworks and things like that in the background, and it's dope when you can capture stuff like that and it's not just effects, because you have to literally be there at that exact time and then have those things, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's dope to be able to get those shots. So not bad. He said, I don't know if my beat got in the queue. Probably not, unless you just now sent one, but like we're already heading out, and so that we'll probably have to come back tomorrow evening, and then we'll continue on. We'll have you send again or something, but I think we played everything that did come through, and yeah, sorry about that, but yeah, you just submitted, so yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Just make sure you guys tap in, and we'll see what's up. All right, in that, and well, goodbye.
Dangerous like I'm a mad gorilla. I am sicker than a salmonella filled sandwich dinner, homie. I will kill a beat a man. I'm iller than a caterpillar, chilling, having cigarettes while I just in a wonderland.